Take flight. Marc D with the C's got the key to light. Retro toys and comics we adore. TV and movies, let's explore. Sunday Night Geekery, it's the place to be. With Marc D with the C, let your nerd run free. Old school vibes and stories untold. Tune in. Out, let the magic unfold.
Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday Night Geekery, issue 177. And we've got the Dad Man with us tonight. Hail to Dad Man.
Howdy. Hello. How are y'all tonight? Good to see everybody.
Hey.
Thank you, Mark, as usual. So.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Great to have you. And of course, when you're here, we've always got to play this.
Never that way.
God damn it, Mark. Jeez.
And we've got our great friend in hockey, that 70s rock fan. Condolences to your Stars.
Oh no.
They went a lot farther than my Rangers, right? So
my Devils too.
Sorry,
yeah.
mate.
I'm finished with hockey. It's the WNBA for me all the way now.
There you go. Angel Reese, right?
So what did you think of the Liberty game today?
The what game?
It was a gooder. The Liberty game.
I was just kidding. I know nothing about the WNBA. Apart from the names Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. And something to do with people keep getting hurt and audiences leave.
Well, there you go.
What's the Liberty game?
You're already a WNBA fan. Well, the New York Liberty
me.
Played the Kinetic Sun today and won pretty
These
handily.
These are real teams? They exist?
Yes, they're real teams. Yes, they're real teams. Yep.
Well, jeez. Who knew?
Jeez, yeah. Well, I don't have an intro for you, but I do have. Well, this is kind of apropos for you.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
It's so obvious.
Yes.
I mean,
It's so obvious, right? Yeah.
Oh.
The show just got really classed up now. Thank God.
Yes.
Mrs. Dadman is here.
Then an adult turned up.
Yeah.
Well.
Yes.
Unexpected
Hell.
surprise. Hey.
I probably
thank
can't be
God.
on really long, but
and this is an open door, revolving door policy here. The more I pay you, the longer you have to stay. But
Is a revolving door really open, though? I mean, is a revolving door actually open?
it's really
actually
never
closed.
open.
right?
Technically, never. It's Schrodinger's door.
Yeah.
It's
You don't have a
and
phobia
closed
against-
at the same time.
I have a phobia against revolving doors too. I always try to avoid the revolving doors. I have a nightmare like I'm going to fall down and get crushed over, even though I'm a big guy.
That only
I
really
always-
happens when I'm drunk.
I always think about that with the escalators. That my
Yeah.
feet are going to get stuck in the escalator. My hands are going to get
Shoot
caught
up.
on the thing. Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh.
I saw one person like wipe down the escalator. It was like an older lady, and I like hit the stop button, thankfully, because I pay attention to that stuff. But she
Yeah.
like you're going to get ground up. But on that happy note, let's say hi to everyone in the chat. So hail to Tim. Says I heart clobbering times. So let us, of course, remember our buddy Mike Alonso.
I just love clobbering time.
Thank you for being here tonight, Tim. And let's see who else is in the chat. Gap After Dark. Hail, Gap. Great to see you.
Hey, Gap.
And Captain Infinity, the timey-wimey limey.
Hello, Finity.
Hey, Infinity, and thank you
Nice
for those
avatar.
nice comments on the Twitterverse.
Nice. Steed.
And and David Rayborn is here. Hey, Marc D, it's the Clobby's cousin. Yeah, I want to hang out, but still have a job for a few months, so I got to get some sleep. Soon I will retire and can indulge. Well, happy retirement, and then it will be great to hang out with you. And if you ever do want to pop on the show, you know where to find me on the Twitters, and my Gmail is out there. But great to see you, and yeah, it's going to be a year soon that Mike left left this planet, unfortunately, but hard to believe. But yeah, we always remember him here on the Geekery, and he was on every show with me for for those first few years. So yep, always think about him, especially on Sunday nights. Yep, but great to have you here, and hope you're doing well, David. And Claude is here. Hail to Claude Salling, and Max Redstone is here. Don't tell me you're going to talk about how the dead, rotting, petrified corpse of Doctor Who was once again violated.
Oh, God.
Well, it depends. Yes, we are going to talk about that a little bit, but it depends on if you actually consider that show Doctor Who anymore.
Is it Doctor Who? Exactly. Yes, good point.
Is what I thought I saw on Twitter true, I guess? The new Doctor or Doctorette?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
okay.
Rose Tyler, yep. Who looks a lot different than the last time I saw her on
a former
TV.
companion becomes the Doctor.
We don't know yet. It could be the evil Rose from an alternative universe, or all right. Well, let's start. We'll just start talking about Doctor Who now, Max. So I'm sorry you opened up that can of worms, but
I don't know if the missus knew about that either.
Yeah. So
I do not clutter my brain with garbage like that. I don't even, if I even see something that like starts Doctor, I just don't even look at it unless it's, the older stuff. So yeah, any new stuff. I don't know anything, and I'm happily ignorant.
Yeah. Well, my history with Doctor Who, like most of us Yanks, I guess, let me share my screen here. Let me hold on a second here. Let me get this screen shared. We'll show this article from The Guardian. So I'd heard this rumor, and I was like, oh, should I mention this on Late Night Fortnight? But that's not the time or place for that. We're having fun with Darth Vader there. And I do have to clip that stuff about Darth Vader making fun of clam pizza, because that was pretty hysterical.
You talked to him about clam pizza. I had him. He got to be a big misogynist when I've had him on a few times. It's so bad Jess couldn't talk.
He gives good massages. Yeah, that Darth Vader AI has been good. Yeah.
It has been.
The BBCs are purveyors of bullshito.
There you go. You found out. Not prosciutto, but bullshito. Yes. Yes.
It's a philosophy that they follow. Yes.
Max, maybe later, because we got kind of a full house now. Yep.
I find it's sad that.
Go ahead, Brian. Yep.
Sad that you're looking at the Guardian, or the Guadrian as we used to call it, because it was famous for its misprints. Yeah. They actually printed the title of the newspaper once, the Guadrian.
Gosh.
Well, I call it a newspaper. It's like kitty litter, or it's like toilet pet liner use. The Guardian. Whatever.
Isn't that what they put the fish and chips in?
No, I wouldn't contaminate good fish and chips with the Guardian.
Yep.
Okay.
As I said, put it in my pet. You
direct your fish and chips.
You put it under a pet when they're going to poop.
The only reason they call it newspapers what it's printed on.
That's right. Yes. But anyway, enough of my.
Well, first of all, Billie Piper, who was an excellent companion, I did enjoy her, but God, she, I never pick. You never should pick on anyone's looks, right? So I don't, I don't do that. But she just looks a hell of a lot different. I guess this is the TARDIS. Like her face has changed a lot from here to there. So I guess she's had some work done. I don't know, but
it looks like it.
Right? Yeah. So anywho,
yeah.
So, but I always liked her. So,
but, I mean,
her
this is
getting romantic with
desperation.
the doctor. I didn't think it was a good idea. But yeah.
Kind of desperation time, isn't it?
But yeah, it's just crazy. So this makes Yeah, it makes zero sense, right? I mean, it's so I
makes
started watching
no
Doctor Who in the
sense.
'70s. Tom Baker. Yeah, this is bullshit. I mean, it's just
It
so
makes
stupid.
as much sense
So
as bi-regeneration and blah blah blah. All the other nonsense that they've
they
introduced.
added that regeneration.
Mm.
Yeah, so I skipped through the episodes. I'm behind on watching New Who. I watch it, so if I'm going to talk about it, at least I know it. Yeah. So what happened in this episode? I'm spoiling. Spoilers. I don't think many people care at this point. We're not going to talk about this for a long time, but so what basically there was a bi-regeneration before this, so I was just like skipping through the episodes, like
A
fast forwarding. I'm just going
bi-regeneration.
to watch the end.
A bi-regenerate. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not. I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't explain it.
It's, the Doctor
it's
splits into
symbolic.
two people. Yeah,
It's meant to be
God.
symbolic. I
yes.
think.
Oh
think
my gosh.
so too. Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
So
why would
I don't
you?
know if it
I
was
mean,
the
it's
Master
just.
who bi-regenerated before. It was the two women who bi-regenerated.
I thought it was like the Nikuti and Tennant, wasn't that how they split? I don't. Either way,
That was a bi-regeneration too. Yeah.
but bringing her back, it's like, we just had one. The last two Doctors have been very controversial, and it's like, well, let's hold my beer, Florida. Let's make it even worse.
Yeah.
There's the debate over
Yeah.
Doctor's gender or whatever, and then after the last one, it's like one. If you want to really save the show, why not bring it back to something that
Because they don't want to
people
save
know?
it.
Obviously, it's like Star Wars on steroids now.
Well, it's
Like
like
Matt
bringing
said,
Darth
it's
Maul
basically
back
taking it to
after
the
he got
fans.
chopped and after he got
Yeah.
chopped in half to bring it to one of your favorite genres. But
Yeah.
So the story started going down with Capaldi, right? People love Capaldi
Yeah.
as Doctor Who, but and he loved Doctor Who growing up. So, but his stories were lacking. Even some of Matt Smith's stories started going down too. I thought weren't that good as much as I think Matt Smith is fantastic.
I think for me,
didn't you think so, Brian? They were kind of
era. It really started to get silly, and I don't mean in the corny way the old Doctor Who used to be. Just silly and stretching the boundaries of sense. Like some of the plots that were introduced, and it was like an escalation of silliness. Oh, we're going to have to go further here. We're going to have to come up with a thing nobody's heard of yet that's in the TARDIS we've never heard of and never existed before. But all of a sudden it's a thing,
Yeah.
It just, like, they felt they were reaching a lot. Starting to reach for things in that era as opposed to it just flowing naturally and evolving naturally. It was like, oh, let's see what we can come up with now. There was some good stuff, but there was some silly stuff, I thought. But that's me.
Yeah, not everything's going to be a great episode, but just like you summed it up pretty well. Yeah, the quality was just going, lagging at the end, and just not great. So not great stories, and with an actor as good as Matt Smith or Capaldi.
Yeah, the
Matt gimmicks.
Smith era, I think they started to introduce gimmicks as opposed to story. And things that made no sense in the entire canon of Doctor Who. So there was good stuff there, but there was also some gimmicky stuff, I thought.
No, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, because and even I was saying, and I don't think the fans were that vocal back then. You'd see an episode, you debate it, but it wasn't like things have become today. Not that I'm saying it's a bad reason to critique, but the internet wasn't what it was today
Not
versus
like it was
back
in
then.
my day. Internet isn't like it was in my day.
Yeah.
It was different back then.
Yeah. So this, then I saw some people posting like, oh, well, the Doctors look like people we've seen before. Of course, Capaldi was in the Pompeii episode. But that was just who is the companion for Tennant. It's like she was an actress. Oh my god, I'm forgetting companions' names.
I
But
can't remember.
Oh god, what was? But it was just she was an actress. So like they said, then they retconned and said it was her sister. It's like, so what? So you had an actor on the show, and you didn't know you were going to bring him back. That's a little different than just this, where it's like this makes no. Yeah, Martha, thank you, Kevin. Sometimes your brain just doesn't work.
There's one,
Martha.
like you said, there's one
Martha.
thing to have one-off show. Capaldi, he wasn't like a companion or someone in all the shows. So for him just to come back, that's not that big of a. To me, it's like, okay, they like his acting, bring it back in. That's fine. But Rose was so integral, and so this, and to do that, it's just stupid.
You don't understand it. It doesn't. It makes zero sense. Let me say goodnight to Max Redstone. So good night, Max, and thank you for being a member for 17 months. Awesome.
Yay.
Sorry, Mrs. I interrupted your thought. I wanted
no, that's okay. Hey, because I mean, but that's basically what I was going to say. When they complain, oh, well, he was in this. No, he was, not even, a semi-regular. He was like a guest.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a completely different. I mean, that's apples and oranges. Just people just want to justify. People are stupid.
Yeah. So
yes, they are.
So I don't know if they're going to explain this. Are they going to explain this? It just makes zero sense. Like, you don't have a companion become the doctor. Like, this is just redonkulous. I mean, it's desperate. So what they introduced is bi-regeneration. So you have the Cutie and David Tennant's doctor existing at the same time. So you had those episodes with David Tennant where we got lectured about a bunch of different things. Pronouns and all this crap and male presenting and all this, language. And
the doctor is the doctor. Somebody else can't become the doctor. The doctor may change their appearance, but it's the same person. It's the doctor.
Yeah.
So a companion cannot become the doctor. And obviously they're going to come up with some, not that they're going to get to make another season, but they're going to come up with some fanfic bullshit to try and finagle it, but it's just not happening. The doctor, somebody else isn't the doctor. The doctor is the doctor.
Right? Didn't they also do something like this with Donna? Was it Donna? Where she could not ever meet the doctor again or anything because she had all this stuff zapped in her body and she'd die if they didn't. And then they brought her back for the whatever anniversary.
So the way they explained it, she had the all the doctor's knowledge somehow.
Through
the TARDIS. Yeah. I'm obviously paraphrasing, and my her chat will help us out if I really screw up. But it was something she could never, and didn't she have David the doctor's psyche in there at one point, or there was a tie-in where she could never find out all her knowledge.
She couldn't. She could never know that she was the any of that past. She could never. They could never talk about it.
She couldn't know her past. Yeah.
And then
So that was a really and her first episode was one of my favorite episodes of the Doctor Who. The Runaway Bride was just a beautiful episode. Yeah. So
I really liked her because they were just friends. I mean, there was never anything romantic. They were just like both were tired of everything, and so they said, "Oh, here, let's go have some fun." And that's I loved her episodes. But yeah,
she had great comedic actor, and she had taken the Time Lord's energy, almost like Doctor Who was always trying to steal the power cosmic, and so she was the Dr. Donna. And she saved the universe, but she lost her memory. So when they brought her back, she settles down with her family after bi-generating another incarnation. Yeah. So, oh god, it's just and all right. So it's a science fiction show. We can have fun with that. And thank you, Brian, for being a member for 18 months.
But don't break your
Oh,
rules.
18 months. Wow.
I just wanted to point out that Max Redstone is an amateur. I've been a member for 18 months, none of your 17 months.
Thank you.
He's
You're
a
just
baby.
not trying
man.
hard
He's a
enough, Max.
baby.
Sorry.
Well, like the missus said there, don't break your rules. I mean, that's what happens in something like Star Wars,
Right. Yeah.
especially with the Clone Wars. They started breaking their rules.
Yeah, don't break the rules.
And that's why you keep for
Yeah.
consistency and stuff, to keep it going.
I mean, they made the rule. I mean, so just don't break it.
You can
They
bend
made a
it
big
little.
deal about it. They made a big deal about it. It wasn't
Right.
just like a little thing, So yeah, that's yeah.
I think it just became a bit too fantastical for me in the new Who era. A lot of it was very fantastical, as opposed to the more. I mean, I don't know how to describe this, but old Who, classic Who, it wasn't really. Yes, it was science fiction, but it wasn't fantastical. It was kind of a grounded set of stories. Doctor goes somewhere. There's a big bad. Doctor solves big bad problem. Doctor moves on. Kind of. I know I'm really distilling it down to nothing, but there was more to it than that. But it was kind of more fun that way, I think, instead of this reaching for the next big weird thing that really doesn't fit the canon, But
And
that's
it
just
was
me.
fun, but I think they're.
Yeah, and
I think they have.
Oh,
to
we got a
feel they
mead
have-
right here. Oh,
Oh yeah.
Mead
sorry. Yep. Hail to the Dead
No,
Band
no,
and
no.
hail to Donnie. Yep. Mead raid. Awesome. Yep. And hail to Classic Comics. Yep. Why did you say that name? Yep. I'm not going to mention the Cthulhu Mythos. Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
hail,
think
hail,
they,
Donnie.
I
Yep,
think
yep.
they started to take themselves too seriously,
Yes.
and the fun, the fun of the show, it got lost because it was fun to watch. Even when they had, even some of the ones where they were a little preachy, it was okay because it was fun. And then they decided that they had to now be relevant and have, I don't know, make sure that they have a message and God forbid if you have fun. We can't have the doctor being silly, or we can't have the doctor, we just can't have fun, but and hammer that message in, and that's when I quit watching it. I love Peter Capaldi. I feel bad he had sucky writing, but I quit watching it pretty much after him. I tried, and I just said nope, can't do it. And so it just wasn't fun. It wasn't enjoyable to watch.
Capaldi was the right actor, but in the wrong era, which is a
Yes.
real shame because he
Yes.
would have
Or
been a
bad.
magnificent Doctor in the right era.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And bad writing, just bad writing. Yeah. So, but so this makes no sense. We don't know what we're getting, but it just the Doctor has his Time Lord energy has been infused with Donna Noble, and then of course some of my favorite stuff with Tennant. The silence in the library when he meets Sweetie, and spoilers, his future wife, and they're going backwards. I guess this time travel stuff makes my brain hurt, but it's like the first time they've met, but it's the last time he's gonna see her. They're going in opposite directions, and she's got the book which was just so well done. The nurse from ER. So and then I guess then you find out that Matt Smith, his doctor, when with Rory and you find out that his companion, having conceived a child in the TARDIS, ends up creating. That's the Doctor's wife, who's got some, Time Lord in it. So they've done some crazy stuff on Who, Doctor Who, with Amy Pond being the doctor's, mom of the future, the doctor's wife. Backwards, a crazy family tree. But that's Doctor Who stuff, and who didn't love Amy Pond, right? I mean, so Karen Gillan. So if you don't like Karen Gillan,
Lake. Amy Lake was a much bigger character.
Amy Lake,
as opposed to Pond.
And hail to Brian Hepburn. How's it going? Yeah. Yeah, very cool new profile pic, Donna. Yep. I'm shocked it's the Power Rangers, though. No, just kidding, buddy. Just kidding. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lester Holt is out at NBC News. Yep. I usually don't watch the mainstream stuff, so yep.
He's gone? Wow.
Lester Holt stepped down. Yep.
Yeah, wow. I mean, that's big news. He's been there in that position for quite a while.
Yep, he's been there for a while. Yep. So, so let's just read this last paragraph, and then we'll get off of Doctor Who. But who is this? Dan McLaughlin is a fan watching the show. There's an audible gasp when she came on, definitely. And I'd seen that, heard that rumor. Yep. There may be about 2 or 3 cheers, and someone behind me swore. It was a real surprise. I think Billie Piper is fantastic. She is one of the reasons why the 2005 series landed so well and led to 20 years of a hugely successful show and reboot, but a surprise nonetheless. I'm intrigued by what they decide to do with her. The fact is, mysteries on the fact we don't know whether she's playing the Doctor. It's a bit open-ended. McLaughlin said he felt deflated by Piper's appearance, as it indicated a lack of new ideas behind the show. He said, Billie Piper is amazing, and Rose was a wonderful character, but you want something new now. You want to be excited. I love David Tennant in the 60th anniversary special, but bringing back characters loses novelty if you just keep on bringing the old ones back all the time. It's lacking in original ideas. Surprise! It's reaching. Yep. Hey, Tom's here. Hey, Tom.
It's the same like when they do when company we shall not name makes everything live action, and it's like, okay, we can't think of anything else. We're gonna make it live action, but wait a minute, now we got to make a political agenda about it because that's what we do now. But even if they didn't, even if it was, frame by frame, the exact same thing as the animation, to me it doesn't matter. It's like, why? They're only doing it to try to get money. I mean, I know there's entertainment, movies and stuff. It's yes, they got to make money, but sometimes it's just like so wrong the way they do it. Don't.
It's desperation.
It's they've anybody with any creativity they've chased away, or beaten into submission to where they have to do what they want. Now, and I'm not just talking about the mouse. I'm just in general. So it's very difficult to get some original good stuff out there, And I think it's the same with Doctor Who. Anybody with any talent, they've shoved out the door.
Yeah, like with the third season, I've been watching the third season because I'm just, I've made it through Star Trek Discovery, so I got to watch this stuff. I'm going to talk about it. So I'm watching The Well, and third episode, and they arrive in the future and they find out the Earth has been destroyed. It's like, well, wait a minute. The Doctor in the second episode with Rose takes her to the future to watch the end of the Earth. So I'm like, wait a minute, I don't understand. Like, I'm not a writer.
Wasn't there a restaurant there at the end of the universe?
There was a restaurant at the end of the universe?
Yes.
Yeah, they served babblefish there. Yeah.
Right.
So,
but we watched the dolphins run away.
So Ruby, we'll call her Ruby Tuesday. Ruby Sunday is shocked. You're like, how could the Earth be gone? And it's like that whole episode. What was it called? The end of the world, but the Doctor, Rose wants to go somewhere and he takes her, after the initial meeting. Is it the third episode or the second episode of the 2005 revival? And I'm like, well, how are they forgetting this? It's like, this is like a pretty obvious thing for, I'm not a, Doctor Who, super expert, but,
Well, there's clearly
let's see,
nobody
what
in
was the
charge
first-
of the playbook. There's nobody in charge of the playbook and the canon and maintaining the canon.
Yeah, it's just what was the? Let me see the episode here. Yeah,
I just don't think they even care. I mean, it's not that they don't even have anybody, overlooking it. They just don't care.
I don't think
yeah,
they do.
yeah,
I
end of
think
the
you're
end of the
right.
world.
You're right.
Yeah,
as we know.
Yeah,
it.
so in this episode, the alien time traveler takes his new companion, Rose Billy Piper, 5 billion years in the future, where many rich alien delegates have gathered on a space station called Platform 1 to watch the sun expand and a red giant destroy the Earth. And that was
I'd
the
pay for
lady
that trip.
Cassandra who had was just a piece of skin back, right? Yeah.
I loved her.
It's
I
plotting to
loved
profit
her.
from the event. That was great. She was great. Just the piece of skin that was here. Let me pull this over here. But I'm like, how are they forgetting this?
Moisturize.
Moisturize, right? Yeah. Right. So that's her. I'm like, how are they forgetting this? It's like you can't forget this. So
That was a
so they had
difficult
that
part to
episode,
cast.
but
Difficult
bugged me.
part to cast that one. We're looking for someone who's just a piece of skin.
I'm not doing that. I'm way too dimensionally challenged to
That's right.
do that. Yeah.
Too many
Dimensionally challenged. I
dimensions.
love it. I'm too 3D for them.
Yeah.
But just
but
on a
yeah,
side
then they
note,
had
that's
they
a tourism trip I'd love to do, to go forward in time to see the end of the Earth. I would have a good time doing that. I think that would be fun.
right?
Yeah,
That'd be pretty cool.
that'd
Yeah.
be awesome. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and Tommy Wimey is in the middle of writing a script. It has no time travel, no retcons. That's most excellent. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so this episode, Lucky Day, another season, this season of Doctor Who with the Cutie, however you say his name, and they had it was a Ruby Sunday episode, so she's back. It was kind of showing her life without the Doctor, which was interesting. It was well done, but then she meets a boyfriend, meets this guy because we got a boyfriend, and they're working together, and there's the alien race called the Shriek, and they once they mark you, then they can come back. But the whole point of it, he turns out that Conrad, the boyfriend, had set Ruby Sunday up and Unit, and he was a purveyor of disinformation. So all of a sudden, this episode is actually pretty good. I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually thinking that an episode in this, in this new regime is good. And then they start dropping you sledgehammers over the message and internet, disinformation and the truth, and how you've got to, conform. And it was just so poorly written. Like they could have maybe done it a different way, but it's just so bad and made you angry watching it. So, and you could have had it like a boyfriend, was trying to find out who the Doctor was and betrays Unit, but then they had to add all the political mumbo jumbo in. So it wasn't a guy that was just, trying to use Ruby Sunday, to advance himself. They had to throw in, we're so smart. We're gonna show everyone how bad propaganda and disinformation is, and hit you over the head with that. So that just pulled you right out of the episode. And it was like, God,
You mean
this could have been- this
propaganda
actually could
isn't
have been
good? I'm sorry.
You mean being lectured isn't
Yeah.
boring and offensive and off-putting?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. We know we need to be told.
Yeah.
That's
What
right.
the
We
thing.
need to be told everything
on.
by our betters,
Jeez,
who are
come
usually in
on.
the entertainment business.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
figuring it out.
So that was really, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was just really, really disappointing that they, you're thinking like, wow, this actually could be a good episode. I don't know if any of you guys have watched any of the new episodes. I'm guessing not, or anyone in the chat, but
Never in a million
that episode
years.
was actually going the right direction. I was, right? So
But
I
was
was
it,
like,
though?
oh my
But
God,
was it?
I'm like, this is actually good.
For a
And
few
then
seconds.
it crapped
Yeah.
the bed. Yeah, then it just, yeah. So, but it was a great, plot idea. It was a genesis of a good story, and it was one of those Dr. Light episodes too. So it was, like Blink, where Doctor Who is actually barely in Blink, and everyone loves that. I love that episode too. But
Oh, I know. Yes,
it was just
that-
a real Blink is phenomenal.
Wasn't there an
that's the one
episode?
that hooked me.
That would have been a great
that episode.
Wasn't there an episode back in the
Blank.
60s where the Doctor wasn't in a whole episode? I can't remember.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We'll follow it
Blink.
up.
Blink was the
I
one that
can't-
got. I think I walked into and.
No, this is the old Doctor
But
you're
back
talking.
in the old,
The old-
Who in the
the old one,
60s, there was an entire episode the Doctor wasn't in, and I can't remember. I'm going to have to look it up now. But it strikes me that there was one. There was one.
It wouldn't
There's
surprise
a
me.
trivia
yeah,
question.
But, yeah, we got a great chat here, so maybe someone will know. Yep. So, yeah, it's just a shame, and then whatever you think of Cutie, like Gatwa, it's just he's just so
Shoot
over
me,
the
Gatwa.
top and flamboyant. I don't know. I can't say his name. I apologize, but no disrespect, but yeah, just sometimes he does have the right energy for the Doctor and the right enthusiasm, but he's always changing outfits. It's like the Doctor's supposed to have one outfit that you can recognize him with, and he's always changing up. And then when you watch his regeneration scene, of course, he's wearing, is he wearing a kilt when he regenerates, or
He was, I think, wasn't he? Or he was.
what the heck is?
Yeah, he certainly was at one point. It wasn't really a kilt. Well, it was a kilt, but it wasn't like a tartan kilt.
Yeah. I'll pause this here, but I don't want to get to Zapola, but we'll do it. Oh. So we'll just go to so I don't know what would you call that that he's wearing there? 70s rock fan. Is that that's a dress? That's not typical. That's not a typical Scottish garb.
Not really, no.
It's not a tartan.
Well, it might be these days, for all I know. I'm not hip with the kids. I don't know. I'm not down with the current.
You're not down with
You're not down with that.
With the current thing, yes. So I don't know. I think again, with proper writers and without the political stuff, he actually could have been pretty good. But they had to make it all political.
I guess.
A million years. What's a million?
I guess.
Years? What's a million years? Oh.
In a million years. Yep. Someone wants to know who's typing in. I'm typing the next great American novel. I don't know. Someone's typing in the background, I guess.
I was
That's
typing
all right.
because I have to do work or I can't be on the show. So I will mute myself.
We want you to do work. No, don't mute yourself. No. I think actually, no, you can stay, Mrs. But no, when you she can unmute when she's.
You can stay and Mark can leave.
Yeah.
It's a fair trade.
Yeah, fair trade.
Fair trade. Yeah.
Hey, that's the way you do it. You outsource your stream to have everybody else do it for you.
Yeah, that would be a good way to do it. Guest hosts.
Yeah, you keep the money though.
What money? He says. What money? Oh, I've got my own kilt. I've got my own kilt, my own tartan. I've got all the gear. I have the gear, and I look
Hail
damn
to
good
JT
in
Kirk.
it.
You do look good in it, right?
I do look damn good in it. Yes.
Do you shave your legs so you look really good in it? Or,
Well, not any more than normal. No.
No, just a little bit. Yeah.
I've got great knees.
And hail to the great JT Kirk. So let me play something for JT. What we got? Something Star Trek here. What's
No, he doesn't.
Thank you for that super chat. And he says,
Yeah.
"This is for Dad, man. Maul lives."
Yeah, and Khan was meh. Okay, JT. Jeez.
So I have some.
Your agonizer, please.
I have some trivia connected to the Wrath of Khan that I didn't know until today.
Oh, look.
Jonathan Davis, the singer in Korn, who's an accomplished bagpipe player, was one of his inspirations for learning to play the bagpipes was the pipes at the end of the Wrath of Khan, Amazing Grace. And he was so knocked out with that scene and the emotion of it that he wanted to learn to play the bagpipes.
Oh,
So
wow.
he did. So there you go. So Korn are directly the fault of the Wrath of Khan.
So corn to con. I'm writing the novel.
Candy corn. Candy corn.
Candy
Some
corn.
hail to lemon pie. Hey, lemon pie. Well, here I'm going to play 3 seconds. I don't think I can get in too much trouble for playing 3 seconds. I'll keep pausing it. But there's Cutie going on the way out, and I'll keep pausing it. So as we're talking over this, but there we go. Oh, there's a lot of flame here. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. And there's Rose Tyler coming in, and this makes just no freaking sense. I mean, this is just man, that looks funny. A lot of flames, a lot of regeneration. Like when Tenet, he got his hand cut off, he still had regeneration energy, so he was able to regrow his hand. That was kind of cool. But just why would you have Rose Tyler as the Doctor? I mean, first of all, they've ruined who the Doctor is in terms of not being a time, not being a real time lord.
Why not River Song at this point? I mean,
oh, indeed,
right?
River Song was a different character. I mean,
Deborah Watling to do it.
All right.
Why are her shoulders so wide?
Those are broad shoulders. Oh no, because she's bi-generating.
She's got extra shoulder on her shoulders.
Wow. Well, the clothes are going to be a lot too big for her, right? I mean, so yeah, the clothes will definitely be pretty big. So, but it just makes no. It's just insanity. Just I mean, I guess they're getting their moment here in terms of publicity because this last 2 seasons. Yeah, first of all, it's to have a Doctor for only 2 seasons. I mean, you had. Eccleston, of course, had 1 season, but he had, famous conflicts with, the producers and the writers and directors, and he wouldn't come back. Hello. So yeah, this is just nuts, just totally nuts. Yeah.
She looks. I don't know. It's scary. I mean, this is scary.
It doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't. It's a scary look, like almost crazed in a way, but I don't know.
Yep. Well, the Doctor is usually a little bit crazy. Yep. And Tim says, I played that version of Amazing Grace from Con when I visited the grave of the barn cat. He died 2 days short of his 17th birthday in 2023 for the first time. Yeah, that song makes everyone, especially that version, just that wrecks you. Yeah, that's one that wrecks you. Unfortunately, that version. Yep. How is she going to carry the series though? How can she be the Doctor? This makes no sense. I mean, Sarah says as I said before, they ruined who the damn Doctor is. So okay, well enough of the Doctor.
I don't think we'll ever find out, will we? Because they're not going to make any more.
Could you imagine that, right? Yeah, if they have no
we might
no new
out.
Doctor Who. Yeah, or it comes back in 20 years and it's good. It's good again. Yeah. Oh, they ranked the Doctor. That'd be a good ranking episode. Ranking the Doctors. Yeah, Whittaker I think has been the worst Doctor of all. I think
even worse than this last guy.
Yeah. Because once in a while he has got flashes of intelligence, or seems like the Doctor. He's just got stories that are just so horrendous, but he can act, as the Doctor once in a while. Just Jodie Whittaker was just horrendous, and then she comes back in this episode for a few seconds, and God, she's just horrible as the Doctor, just so bad, just so bad. So why don't we shift gears? We always talk about movies, entertainment. And I know Dad Man can't stay here all night till 4 a.m. My typical 6-hour show. But the Dad Men's or the Dad Man Clan? What's the proper terminology?
You can call it either
Dad
one.
Men's. Yep.
Either Dad Man's.
You guys saw the Karate Kid?
Yeah, Mrs. Yeah.
Are you related to the Dead Man?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I was supposed to be Dead Man, but my kid couldn't call me Dead Man when I got into Fortnite. So they just called me Dad Man and threw 55 on it to make it distinguished from a lot of other Dad Mans out there. There's a bunch of them. But no, we went to see the Karate Kid. Mrs. What did you think of it?
I liked it. I wish they had some more. I wish they developed some of the characters more, but I enjoyed it. I love Jackie Chan, and I no spoilers, but if you like Jackie Chan fight choreography, this movie has it. It's really good in the fight scenes when they're not in the competition, but just the fights.
What's the all right? So no major spoilers, but what's the setup for this movie? How does
It's boy, new kid in town, bully wants to fight him, karate competition. It's Karate Kid. It's the Karate Kid. It's basically the main story.
So where is this taking place?
New York. He was in China, and he had the boy and his mom moved to New York, and so that's where it takes place.
Like Ralph Macchio's character originally moved. Didn't they go from Jersey to California?
No, see, I don't know how much I can.
No,
If
the
I
original.
can tell you,
No, but the original Karate Kid, he's going from Jersey to California, so he's the culture shock of changing.
yeah,
change it. Yeah.
yeah. I
So
don't know if there was necessarily a lot of culture shock there. It just he just kind of moves there, and he makes friends, but the bully targets
Is he an
him.
American kid? Is he an American kid or a
No,
Chinese
no,
kid?
he's Chinese, but his mom, he went to English speaking schools in China, so that's why he can speak English.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm just wondering if he's no, but
It's
like
not
it's
like
fish out of the water.
It's not a fish out of water.
Not a fish out of water
It's not
story,
a
yeah.
fish out of water.
Okay.
And it
I
wasn't.
wouldn't say that.
And it wasn't a hard redo of the first original movie. It had enough differences and changes. The backstory with the characters and the tragedy actually gave it some distinguishment from like it's just a Karate Kid redone.
Okay. Oh, and hail to Penny. Thank you for
Hey, Penny.
coming by Sunday Night Geekery.
Hey, Hugs.
Hello, Penny.
So it's basically kind of like a remake, I guess, but with some changes.
The basic concept with the competition and all that is like the original Karate Kid. I think they change it enough. They talk about, and I don't think this is any spoilers, that kung fu and karate, how they are intertwined because Jackie Chan does kung fu, and I don't know their character names. I'm horrible with that, but Ralph Macchio, it was karate. So so they talk about how they become one tree with two branches, where they have the kung fu and the karate together.
Okay.
Right. So that's how they.
So Mr. Han, is that the same character? So I'm reading from the Wall Street Journal article here. So the depressed mentor of the 2010 remake, The Karate Kid, which was shot in China and released at a point when Hollywood seemed eager to transform itself into a subsidiary of Beijing. Remember those times? Yep. Turns out to have an ancestry tracing back to Japan and tying him to the late Mr. Miyagi, the teacher in the original film.
Yes, that's why they talk about that's why they talk about the one tree, two branches.
Okay, prologue knits together the two masters, one expert in kung fu, other in karate. Two branches, one tree, as you just said. Thank you. Yep. So, in Beijing, Mr. Han is a great uncle of his current star pupil, the teen Li Fong, Ben Wong. Li is haunted by the loss of his brother, a fellow martial artist who was killed in a knife fight. Recalls in horror that he froze in indecision at the critical moment. His mother, Ming Na Wen, I love her. Yeah, she's a fantastic actress.
Be careful. There might be some spoilers in there.
Yeah, physician gets a job at a New York hospital. So off the pair go to Manhattan with Mama forcing her son to forswear fighting. Okay, so interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna skim through this. Yes. So formula moves can be great or not so great depending on execution. So
it's not a deep movie. It's not a deep movie, but but I enjoyed it because, like I say, I love Jackie Chan choreography. Fight choreography. I love where they have the humor. It's like the humor, and kind of probably more realism, and it's just the athleticism and watching that young kid. You know, Jackie Chan's 71 years old, guys.
Yeah, he's old.
You know, and the fact that some of the stuff that he still does, you go, holy moly.
Yeah.
You know, but watching Ben Wang do those fight scenes and the Jackie Chan choreography and some of the you know, flipping chairs and doing things like that, and you're like, it's so cool to see. And so I enjoyed it for the fight choreography, you know.
And I liked it because it wasn't a complete replay of the first one.
Yeah,
like the other one was. I mean, they branched it out in a different enough to where it wasn't just like a just retreading of the original movie. So I was really entertained with it. And I was not really a Karate Kid fan of the original series. I mean, of the original movie. But I found this one pretty fun to watch. The drama was good. The acting was good. The
humor. They had some humor in it that was. I don't want to share it because it would kind of ruin the scene. But it's just it reminded me. Damon, you know, the one that reminded me of when the kids went to karate.
Oh yeah.
The sensei that they had. But there's just one scene that just cracks me up. But I thought it was good. Is it a deep movie? No. I think the beginning it was a little slow at the beginning. It's not even an hour. What is it? An hour and a half?
90. Yeah, the movie runs only 94 minutes, which would be admirable.
Yeah, that was a big problem I had with it. Yeah,
if we're a complete one. Instead, it's more like an outline whose details the filmmakers never got around to filling in. Legend's supposed to be enduring stories. This picture will be forgotten by Father's Day.
It's like I said, it's not a deep movie.
I haven't seen it, but yeah.
I wish that they developed the some of the bad sensei trainer. You know,
Right.
some of that. I wish they developed
Yeah.
that a little more. The bully. From something that was said, it was like, oh, he wasn't bad until he started, you know, training at this dojo, and then, you know, something happened. I wish they kind of maybe, you know, pursued that a little bit. You know, not. I mean, it's not his story, but you know, he's an asswipe, and you don't really see the coach. You don't really see the coaching in the original one. You kind of got why, you know, the bully was the bully. I mean, the coach was.
Yeah.
You saw it, and you didn't see it in this one, and that's something I kind of wish they did more. I wish they showed more of the training, because that would.
Yeah. See, the bad guy, the guy behind the bad character, you know, you could see him in other scenes. You know, you knew he was the guy that the restaurant owner owed money to. You could see him looking at people, giving basically the signs of go, hey, do this and stuff like that. But yet they didn't really deal with him after the fight and during the fight. You know, there was no comeuppance with him directly in them. And I agree with the missus, especially when this movie ended up at only 94 minutes. I was like, it left. It was a good, well-paced movie, and it was good for what it was, except for that one part, like she says. And we talked to others that feel the same way, because it left that on the table. It wasn't like a 2.5 hour movie and they were going to throw one thing else. They had time to put something in. I would have liked to see more of that person going against Ralph Macchio's character, against Daniel, you know, or with.
But I don't think they necessarily. I don't think that necessarily. Well, that's your opinion, so you can have it. But I think you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm always wrong, but that's okay.
I'm just kidding. I think they should have had more, but I don't think the teachers, they should have had them fighting each other. I mean, they had one scene where they fought, which I thought that was so cool to watch. You know, Jackie Chan.
Daniel fights. He fights Daniel.
No. There's a scene where they get attacked and he fights.
Okay.
So the bad guys. I mean, it's just. I just wish they developed the characters more. I don't care if the bad guy got comeuppance at the end or not. He didn't in the original one.
Yeah.
But it's just, you just kind of went, okay, he lost. You know, he was a jerk. He lost. Yay. you didn't.
Yep. So how do they get, like, I'm just reading this article here. So how did they get Daniel's son? Yeah, he said Mr. Macho's Daniel says there's no way he'll travel from LA to New York to help Lee, but he does so anyway. What's
He
the
does.
tie-in? So what's the tie? Jackie Chan's character, Mr. Han, reaches out to him. And,
Yes, Jackie. He reaches out to him and he says that I have 7 days to train him in karate or whatever,
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, no, that it's not going to happen. Then some goes, he goes, yeah, I think it was 10 days. He goes, yeah, I think we can, I think we can train him. But,
So that was the Karate Kid with Jackie Chan. Yeah, that was Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
That was when they, redid the Karate Kid, or, not redid it, but that was that 2010 sequel. And I forgot that. I'm reading this article. I'm forgetting that they were. Did they mention Mr. Miyagi at all, or anything in the Karate Kid 2010? Was it tied to Mr. Miyagi? This movie, the 2010 movie.
No, because they didn't. It was kung fu. It wasn't. It was. They didn't have the crossover. They didn't have where. I mean, he was.
So that was added in this movie where they find out there's a tie between.
Yeah,
Jackie Chan finds out he's got this Japanese relative.
No, he didn't find out. It's just that they kind of reveal it. That it was there. The history of it and why.
Yeah.
So
that, but that wasn't. As I'm trying to remember, that was none of the not in this 2010 movie. They didn't say any of that. If anyone remembers out in the chat or. Yeah, so they didn't. No, they didn't tie. That was just a tie-in by name only, I guess. Right, and in terms of that, right?
In this movie, in the legend?
No, the 2010 movie, the movie from
they didn't
14 years ago.
I don't think they brought. I don't know.
I don't think they brought that up in this one. No, I think that was a completely different movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't.
But,
yeah. Oh, they. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the announcement of the sixth film, Karate Kid Legends, Chan and star Ralph Macchio reprising their roles, retcon the film, placing in the same fictional universe of the original films. Okay, yeah, because originally that other Karate Kid, 2010, that was supposed to be, I guess, just like a loose remake. Yeah, and they changed it to Kung Fu, moving the setting to China.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So okay, so I'm just
really
not, I'm not
the
crazy.
Kung Fu Kid, but.
Yeah. So they retconned all that stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's released under the name Kung Fu Kid in China. Thank you, Brian Hepburn. Yeah, that's what you're trying to remember stuff too. I'm like, what the heck? What happened?
That's 15 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I can't remember yesterday. I can't believe I'm remembering a movie I saw yesterday.
So this movie's not going to make much money, probably. Oh, how did they tie it into Cobra Kai at all? Any Cobra Kai ties in or mentions my favorite Johnny Lawrence or goggling things or?
Yeah, they did with an end credit. They did with an end credit scene. Yeah.
You want to? Is it spoilery? If you?
Not really. I mean, you know, it ends with Johnny in the house with Daniel and talking about new ideas for. A company the two of them could do and stuff like that. But it was just a loose one. It wasn't
just showing. Oh, so Johnny Lawrence is in the end credit scene. Okay, that was their time. Yeah. So I thought Cobra Kai went out with a great bang and a good bang. You always want to have a good big bang. And I thought that series ended
since the big one.
It was the best bang since the big one. Yes, it was the biggest bang. It was huge. Huge bang. Did you? I love Cobra Kai. I thought it was a revelation, and seeing the story from Johnny Lawrence's side was just phenomenal. It's just so damn good and so well written, and what a great character. In a lot of ways, he became a character favorite for me over Daniel-san. So just really well done, and I thought they ended that series the right way. They did a nice. It was kind of overstaying its welcome, but they pulled it together with that last season. I thought. If you guys watched 70s, have you watched Cobra Kai or?
I watched the first couple of seasons. I'm not that bothered about it. It was never it's not a big thing for me. No.
Wasn't a big thing for you. Okay.
I was never a big Karate Kid as a general, as a franchise anyway. But after
Okay.
watching this, I could kick the tires on it, maybe a season or two, see how it goes.
Well, the best season of Cobra Kai is season 1. I mean, you can't. Doesn't get can't get
Where's
better.
it? What's it on?
It's started actually as Google on was it YouTube Red when they were trying to have their own streaming service, and then it moved to Netflix.
Oh, okay.
And then Netflix, they got a second life because everyone was saying how good the series was, but I think almost no one watched it because it was on that what was it, YouTube Red or?
I vaguely remember. It was on something weird.
Yeah, so that enterprise failed, and Google pulled removed the product or stopped the product. No surprise there. On RobAltis has some great wisdom here. He says Kung Fu is the superior fighting style. So, well, that is of course brilliant observation.
There's only one thing I want to say to you, Commodore.
You're a dumbass.
Right? Yeah. So it doesn't seem like this is going to do that well. It's going to end destined for streaming, but they don't have a tie into Cobra Kai. They're not expanding those stories, and
No.
And Ralph Macchio is a terrible kung fu fighter, or karate fighter. He's just not. He's just not good. Oh, he's just not good.
So that's why. They. I had friends. I wish they just had some one-on-one things like with because they had with Jackie Chan and Ben Wang. They had scenes where they were training, where he was training them and stuff like that. And he said, I wish there was some with Ralph Macchio and him, just individual. I'm thinking he's not that great,
No, Ralph Macchio is. I mean, of course he's up there, but he was never that good. He's never that athletic.
No,
you could. He's always stiff. William Zabka, the Johnny Lawrence character. He's much more athletic and much better. Of course, Mr. Miyagi. God, he was. You could see he knew karate. And of course, Mary Mauser, who played Samantha on the show, and she's a fine actress, and smartly they wrote her out of being in the last season because her karate is just so terrible. She's just not, and I think she has diabetes too, so she had some health issues, and just you've got to. That's why Jackie Chan is so amazing, and Bruce Lee, because you've got the acting, but you've also got the karate too. So you've got to be able to perform. Like a Jean-Claude Van Damme, and whether not getting into whether or not who could win in a fight, or does it look good on screen, right? A totally different different beast. And
Chuck Norris, Jackie Chan. I mean, they could do it both. Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
So
it's just Ralph Macchio's karate it's not it's not terrible, but it's not great.
Ralph Macchio's acting, he kind of both of them. I'm sorry if anybody likes Ralph Macchio, but
Brian said Ralph's strength was slow aging.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Well,
he's related to Wolverine. Yeah. The other thing that we had in our chat too was tonight in our behind the scenes stuff was the missus got this amazing Lego set.
Yes.
So that's the picture there. So let me show that. So you've been building lots of Legos here.
Awesome. I've actually taken a little break from doing my builds because I have to get Christmas ornaments done. And I'm not waiting the week before like I normally do. So I have stopped doing some builds for the moment. I'm going to have to start some.
I better catch up.
Soon. But I was running out of projects too. But I have. So do you have a picture of it, or
I'm trying to find the pic. Oh, I think. Okay. That wasn't. It wasn't. Dadman sent me that directly.
That was on your personal one. Yeah. The funny track one was on the group one.
The other one. Yep. Oh, let me scroll down to. Let me find it. Where did it go? Why can I not find when I'm trying to find my chat with you? Where the heck did it go, Dad, man?
I don't know. Where did you?
Oh, you don't know, but I'm just like,
Where did you
where's
leave
that
it, Mark?
confounded bridge? Yep. Let me just search.
What's your producer up to when you're doing all this?
God damn it, my producer! What are you doing?
Damn
You're
it, Mark.
Damn it! Yeah. There we go.
Or JT, where to
did no
go?
search.
Right there, just like quoting the missus.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, yeah. All right, here we go. So let's pull this over. So this is the Clombo. So Clombo Lego. So how cool is that?
I haven't even opened up the box because
Yeah,
I'm gonna. But yeah, I love Clombo. So
that is awesome. Yep.
Except when Mark made that scene of that one game with the drill
oh my
behind
God,
combo.
that was so
Like,
funny.
and Mark pulled it out of nowhere. Jeez.
The naughty combo.
Do not get on Mark's bad side. He will keep pictures and evidence of everything and bring it out at you when you don't even expect it.
Right? Unfortunately. Yeah. Well, here, why don't we'll
Brian,
show
that is
in
a good
second.
movie. I'm sorry, Brian commented on a movie, and that is a good movie.
So here we go. Unfortunately, I could not save Clombo. I was trying to help the poor lad here.
No,
But he was
you were
impaled
laughing
on
hysterically.
poor Clombo. I mean, that's just horrendous. So we all love Clombo, and yeah, the poor guy. Yeah, it didn't go so well for him here. And I think I've got you.
It's so
Here's you guys.
Hey, fucker.
This is you from years ago playing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because y'all got to hurry because
Well,
Oh, Ang was on this.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I love Combo. Hey, fucker.
So if you guys haven't played Fortnite,
yeah, because y'all got to hurry because
Well, I think that you're talking and telling Mark right now to hurry. I forget that it's.
Yeah, that's in the game. Yeah, that's in the game. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, why are you telling Mark to hurry?
Yeah, why are you telling me to hurry up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find the right file here. Was it this one or this one? Yep. But yeah, poor Clombo. Yep.
Can actually.
So yeah, so this was a
Columbo's
character. This was a character that was in the game for a while, for a couple of seasons. But
he's in Lego Fortnite still, or Lego Fortnite Odyssey, whatever they call it now.
Yeah. So is this a sheepish situation here, 70s rock fan, or?
It's always time for sheep.
I actually never posted this because I'm like, God, poor Clombo.
You're
So
just
you had
trying
this.
to ram. Are you just trying to ram the point home?
Yeah.
I
Mark's good
am,
about
That's
that.
because you're the goat at this game.
He does it and he snickers about it.
Yeah. Ram it. Ram it. Frank Zappa. I will not say the rest of the song.
You'll get it in the end.
Ram-a-lam-a ding dong.
Right? And I think I had another. Oh, was this the one with another one with Clombo? Let's say. Yeah, so poor Clombo. So yeah, so they had this it was kind of like the Mole Man from Fantastic Four, he could drill through anything. And I'm playing the game. I think I was solo on this one. I don't know if you guys were in this game, Dad Man.
No, this looks like a solo because there's
I
no
think it
other
was
player
solo.
markers.
Yeah.
There's no other player markers up there.
And I think poor Clombo, he's stuck.
Mark, you have a problem because when it only happens once, but you went back and did it a second. Mark, you had issues with Combo.
Right? No, I love Clombo, but
I know.
Poor guy, poor Clombo. Yep. Now, how do I get the? Oh, I got to take this off and put Clombo back. Here we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks like a super fun Lego to build. Yep.
I got a smaller set that is like have you ever seen like the Minecraft little mini sets that they have? They have one for like the Lego Fortnite.
Yeah.
And they seem to really like Peely because he seems to be in a lot of the Lego sets. I think they made a lot of the Peely head parts and they're trying to get rid of them.
Okay.
Because Peely's everywhere. Peely everywhere.
Well, if you do want to buy the Clombo Lego, here's the link to it. it's 110 smackerels, so he ain't cheap.
We did get a $5 off for using our Lego points, but that's always why you subscribe to the
Oh, you went to the
channel.
Lego store. You went
Yeah,
to the
that's-
Lego store, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we always promote the Mrs. subscriptions and Ko-Fi and everything else. Help us fund that stuff. But hey,
Right.
When it says there's a bonus in-game outfit, is that for the person putting the Lego together to wear?
We can actually, when you go into Fortnite, they'll give it to you for your characters.
Oh, I thought maybe it was a real life outfit you could wear whilst.
No, that would
putting
be
the
kind
Lego
of cool, though.
It
wouldn't
would.
it?
I got one of
Oh,
those
so
in the
you-
closet here.
He does have a Peely outfit.
Well, get it out of the closet.
no,
right now.
not right now.
So, I wrote Lombo Lego.
I know. I was going to say, I think you put
Yeah.
Lombo. I was trying to figure out, what did you do? My eyes aren't that great. So I'm sitting here going,
Yeah.
well, am I just seeing that? Or
Yeah.
which makes doing the crafts and things I do really interesting sometimes. But
Right. So, so that's 110 smackerels. So, but I guess you get a special outfit, in-game outfit, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Island Adventure Peely, you get that in the outfit.
Woohoo!
So who's gonna get that, Mrs. or Mister?
Me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's hers.
Well, I
Okay,
have another Lego set. That's a Fortnite one. I don't even know where the bag is. That might have a character that you can get, and maybe I'll let him have the Peely one.
There you go. Yep. And hail to Lenrod. And no one's ever late here, just me. Yep. Oh, and RobAltis said, when I was living in Japan in my early 20s, students told me I look like Ralph Macchio. Wow.
But didn't they? Well, I was going to say something really bad, but I'm not. I'm going to behave.
Yeah. Behave. Yep. And Brian says, everyone should watch The Forbidden Kingdom with Jackie Chan and Jet Li.
Yeah.
Fun
Yes.
film to watch. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, I just watched the 37th, was it Temple of Shaolin or no, 37th, I rewatched it for the first time in many, many years. Was it 37th?
Oh gosh, I'm trying to.
Hmm.
I think I have it, but I
Yeah, the
can't remember.
37th Temple of Shaolin. Yeah. So or is it 36? You know,
You were just.
I'm not
one
that-
out.
I was one off, so that's not too bad. But that kind of segues in. So everyone go check out Mrs. When she's building this clown boat. That's going to be awesome. So that'll be a
I have
lot
to
of
do
fun.
a special. I'll have to figure out
Yeah.
when to do that.
And that doesn't even include the set that we saw for Nightmare Before Christmas that was $200.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, these Legos
So,
are expensive now. Yeah.
I don't normally. I will honestly tell. I do not normally buy Lego brand brick building sets because they're expensive. But I really like Colombo, so I really like Lombo. He's like my favorite.
Lombo's my favorite. Yeah.
Lombo,
Lombo.
Colombo's
Lombo.
cousin Lombo.
Yeah, cousin Lombo. Yeah.
But but so it was. I usually, like I say, I usually don't buy a lot. The only time I normally get them is like on like the day after Thanksgiving or something like that, where they have a sale or double points or triple points or something like that.
Yeah, Legos are expensive. Yeah.
Because they're expensive. And surprisingly,
RobAltis.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just like, yeah, there's a producer. It's an AI producer. It's one. It's one corner of my brain that tries to be a producer. Yep. Yeah. No, that would be good. Yep. No Darth Vader. Oh, Darth Vader's still in the game, but he's. Gonna
I love Darth
leaving this
Vader.
week. Darth
I
Vader's
love
awesome.
talking to Darth Vader, just trash talking him talking back. It's
been fun. Yeah.
All the innuendo from the lightsabers to dating Padme and everything. It just was like, oh God, it just was a hoot and a holler with that. I wish that they would have that more often because you can really have a lot of fun with that. You know, of course, the game is secondary to using that AI to its maximum value.
Can I?
He's headed out, so let's say goodnight. Everyone say goodnight to Penny.
Night,
Bye,
Penny.
Penny.
Great week,
Bye,
Penny.
Penny.
Take
Bye,
care.
Penny.
Thank you. Yep.
Bye, Penny.
See ya.
Sorry, I was being like
Sheldon. Yep.
And now they're not producing pennies anymore. So Penny's going to be the last penny. So this year, I guess. Yep.
Did
that's
they
it.
stop
That's the next-
doing? Did they? Because
Yeah, the mint that makes them. They were trying to have like a GoFundMe, I guess, or a petition to like
because
save the penny. It makes no
penny-
sense anymore.
It literally makes no sense. It costs over like almost 4 cents to make a penny.
Yeah. So you lose money with the penny. So, and they should just round up. Damn it! At this point, yep.
Or
So
round down, depending on what. Yeah.
they're gonna round up. They're not gonna round down.
So if it's 371, it should be 370, not 370.
They're gonna always round up. Trust me. That's gonna be most stores are gonna do. Yeah.
You never round down, always up.
Yeah, they're always gonna round up. Yep. Except when it's your weight on the scale, I always try to weigh that down.
Yeah. Now, can I ask the chat question?
Sure.
If you guys have any movies that have really, really good fight scenes, preferably in the martial arts realm, it doesn't have to be though.
Have you seen the 36th Chamber of Shaolin?
I don't think I have, and I will have to. I'm going to.
You should go watch that tomorrow because this was a. Have you seen this, Brian?
Well, I keep thinking this is a Shaolin Master Killer, or is that a different movie?
No, so that might be a different movie. But this
There's
movie,
an awful lot of. I get confused a lot with the Shaw Brothers stuff because there's so many, and the titles were switched sometimes, and I can't remember if I've seen this or not. I may have seen it.
You might remember it. So this movie I'd seen a bunch of times as a kid. And I remember when Steve Mitchum was on one time, long time ago, I'm like, what was the movie where the guys had to carry the buckets of water? Like, it just made a massive impression on me, this movie. So what it is, there's 36 chambers. In each chamber there's a master. So the first one is agility, and you've got to cross water by standing on it's not a log, but it's sticks that are tied together to kind of form a log.
Yeah.
And the guy gets so good that they cut the rope hanging the sticks together, and he's able to get across just going on one stick. So each chamber is a discipline of kung fu. And this one, like the second one, you've got to carry these buckets of water from the river, or the spot up this walkway you've got to go to, and you're wearing these knife blades on your side, so all these guys are getting chopped up because the weight of the water, and if the knives come down, it comes into you. Now I'm assuming they were plastic knives. One of the disciplines, one of the chambers,
these guys were dedicated to their art.
They were dedicated, right?
Could have been real.
Yeah. So one of the chambers, there's a staff that he's got to learn with, and he's got to hold the staff with one hand and fight with it, or move it back and forth, vibrate the staff back and forth. Well, I better be careful with my language there. But I just thought of that after I said it.
I know I've said things that's like, oh,
Ooh, misses.
Yeah. So, but the brilliant thing is, then he incorporates. Of course, spoiler alert: he masters all the chambers, and then they have these phenomenal fight scenes at the end, and this is considered one of the greatest kung fu movies of all time. And he uses this training in these fight scenes in the end, which was just so brilliant to watch. So that, like to incorporate wax on, wax off. And
so wait a minute, he vibrates his shaft and then he waxes off?
Yeah, this is when he's vibrating the shaft, the bell, right? Yeah, so he's got this stick, and he's got to ring the bell. Yeah, so but he's got to do it with one hand, and it's like he can't do it in the beginning. Yeah,
sorry, nice. I think I have seen it, but I mean a long time ago.
Yeah, and then he creates the weapon.
The buckets. I remember the buckets part.
All right, you probably see. Yeah, if you watch karate movies, kung fu, yeah, you would have. I'm guessing we see. And then he invents this staff. He keeps losing to a master. With two swords, and he's fighting with the staff. And he invents the staff with three segments in it. Yep.
Why didn't he just get a machine gun? It's a lot easier.
Thank you, Indiana Jones. Yep.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this now because
it's so good. Oh, just so good. And Steve Mitchum was raving about it too. So. Yeah, he's fighting with this weapon. Oh, this is the weapon he was fighting with. He couldn't defeat the master, so then he invented that three-pronged. It's kind of like nunchucks, but with three.
Really looks a little bit Blue Oyster Club type. outfit
Yeah.
he's wearing. There's something very gay about that.
Yeah, I miss the Tibetan monks fighting. And Brian says, "Hey, all the Shaw Brothers movies are good." Yeah. So
There's so
yeah,
many
and
great sets. You can buy so many great box sets of those now. There's a whole series of them. I haven't quite got the cash for them right now, but I'm definitely
Yep.
going to start getting them.
No, this was just fun to watch again. I just watched this a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna watch something good tonight. Like, and I haven't seen this movie in years, and I did remember most of it, but the training is just so intense in this, and he gets to be so good. Like, here's one of the scene from the end. Okay, maybe it's a little redonkulous, but he's fighting like the whole army there. He's just so good. He becomes. It's really this. It's like a Jedi Knight, basically. That's what. Jedi Knight, or the idea of it is taken from that in a way. The master and the pupil, and it's a timeless story. But he's just so good. He starts off, he doesn't know anything, and he trains and trains and trains, and he's the most brilliant student they've had. In 6 years he's mastered but it takes him 6 years to master all the disciplines, and even then he's still losing to one of the masters. And so everything is earned in this. There's no Ray here. It's he's not brilliant from the start. He keeps failing, and then he figures it out, and it clicks in him, and what he learns. Like, one of the disciplines, there's light, and there's a lamp that's shining in your eyes, and you have to focus on this light that's shining in your eyes. And they use that later in one of the boss fights. Yep. So it's just fun. So yeah, the Dadman Clan. Yeah, make sure you guys watch this. Everyone watch this movie. If you had to pick one of the Shaw Brothers movies, everyone says this is the this is the best one.
I do. I think the reason I like them is kind of like you said. They're not necessarily great at the beginning. If they were doing the training and stuff, but through persistence and everything, they succeed. They don't quit. And that was like one thing that Jackie Chan said in the Karate Kid Legends, is like, it's you keep doing it. You keep.
Yeah.
Be that it's such a cliche thing, but isn't it true? And
yeah,
and I think that's kind of why I like them, is because they're not always perfect, at the beginning of the movies, and they.
And Stephen Max says, some of my favorite kung fu films: Invisible Armor. I haven't seen that one. All right, you guys are saying you like that, so I got to put that on my list. Drunken Master,
yes,
classic Jackie Chan. Snake and Eagle Shadow, The Young Master. So, yeah, and a friend who, like, some of my friends gave me a ton of box sets. He loved kung fu and karate films, so he just gave him a ton of box sets. So I got to watch a lot of good movies. But
I thrift a lot of my movies, and I found bunch of. I think somebody just was getting rid of somebody. Somebody either got mad and donated all of somebody's kung fu movies, or there was a passing or something. I don't know, but I got a lot of the box sets with that.
Yeah. So, and the dubbing is like, I watched it in the. I always watch it with subtitles because I want to hear the original actors. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you are like I'm the one that likes the subtitles.
The
dubbing. I like the dubbing so I can go to sleep.
Sometimes it's really hard if the dubbing is so bad that it's more distracting to listen to that than to read subtitles in a fight movie. It's just so.
I kind of get into it after a while. You forget. I just forget that I'm reading the subtitles after a while. But it's true. You gotta focus on the movie more. Because my wife always yells at me, like, watching a movie, I'm looking up everything about the movie on Wikipedia and trying to, like, impress her with knowledge. And not that I have to impress my wife, but like, she's like, just shut up and watch the movie.
I'm sure that really impresses her, Mark. I bet she's very thrilled when
she'll marry you all over again.
Yeah. So yeah, so but it really pulls you into the movie too. So and thank you for all these movie suggestions in the chat,
Yes, thank
Brian
you.
and Stephen Mack. Yeah,
I have been writing them down.
If you want a modern martial arts movie that was really good, Twilight of the Warriors, Walled In, from last year. That was brilliant.
that's a new one, or
Yeah, Twilight of the Warriors.
Twilight of the Warriors.
Walled In, set in the Kowloon walled city. It's fabulous movie.
Are they sparkly warriors in that one? It's Twilight, or
there's no sparkling, but there's some kick-ass action. That's the one.
Is this it?
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
My favorite movie of last year. It's phenomenal.
Oh, of the Walled In. Okay.
And it's a tribute to those old Shaw Brothers Hong Kong movies. It's very
okay.
that style.
That's why. Yeah.
It's set back in the Kowloon walled city days. So
interesting. Yep.
It rocks.
It rocks. Yep.
Okay, Twilight. Okay,
second highest domestic film of all time in Hong Kong. Wow.
Yeah, because it's so good.
And any known actors, or these are just Hong Kong actors? I guess that.
There's Sammo Hung and.
Oh wow!
Okay, yeah.
There's a few Raymond Lam.
A few you might recognize. No, I don't. I have know nothing about this movie. So I'm just wondering. Yeah.
No, these are all fairly well-known guys. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's superb. It's just, and the sets are brilliant. The recreations of the walled city, fantastic.
Let me put this in the chat for everyone here. And that's got your 2 thumbs up. Yep. Awesome.
Oh God, yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of the last many years.
Sorry for the typing. I want to look it up.
Yeah. Oh, I just put it in the chat for you. Yep. And the other great item that we had from the Dadman clan, because I know Dadman's got to. You have to go to work tomorrow or something ridiculous, or
I have to get up early and go to
the
doctors.
Yeah.
See, that would have worked. That's funny.
See that
the burger here. We're gonna die.
We gonna die. See, this would have been a better trick than what they come out with the last few years. You know, put Ruby Rod into
awesome.
It would be make it all good again. Oh, JT.
Yeah.
Oh, JT. Yes.
Again. JT's not a fan of this. No.
No, I shared it with him earlier today, but you got to.
I saw that.
That would have been, like Dave said, it would have been great track. You know, you'd have gotten.
I would prefer the Scottish Star Trek one where she goes, "Captain, there's a hurrah, big starship off our port bow. It's 1 or 2 sizes bigger than yours."
Right.
That's too funny. Thanks for sharing that one, Mark. I just love that.
I was dying when
I was with this one. Yeah.
When I saw that, I was dying too. I was laughing like, this is freaking hysterical. This is great. Plus, a comedy's got to be based in some sense of truth, right? So it just fits. You can just hear his voice too, and then with that ridiculous hair that he had for the movie. I'm assuming that's an appliance. It's they didn't actually grow his hair like that, but
who knows? I think you could probably form it.
Stucker.
You never know.
But you could picture this happening, right? We're gonna die.
It's so out of the ordinary because all of these are serious trick characters and they have like no sense of humor, and then all of a sudden you get Ruby Rod just
right
there.
And I love The Fifth Element. I know that's a kind of a divisive.
That's a movie that had to grow on me. The first time or two, I didn't get it. I didn't like it, but then I started liking individual scenes and clips. And then as I got more familiar with it and enjoyed those clips so much more, I've been able to start to watch the movie as a complete movie now.
You should never watch The Fifth Element expecting it to make sense. You just got to enjoy it for what it is, and it's great for what it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Sometimes you just have to enjoy.
Yes.
I'm gonna die.
Don't try and overthink it. Just enjoy.
That's like the MS23K theme song said. Sometimes I ought to just sit back and relax, or tell myself it's just a movie. Sit back and relax.
Exactly. I mean, the plot is really pretty thin.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And Mila, how do you say Mila's
Mila
Jovovich? Yeah, she's gorgeous in that movie. Yep. So, and that costume that she's wearing, it's just the whole movie is batshit crazy, but it's just, God, it's it's fun. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Anybody else want to negotiate? Where do you learn how to negotiate that like that? I wonder. Yeah, just
Yeah.
You see, I'm also a big fan of, and a lot of people hate it, the Valerian.
I thought that was pretty good.
I thought Valerian, I found that a fun movie. I like that movie.
Yeah.
People
People just wanted to trash it.
They could have maybe trimmed a few minutes off it here and there, but otherwise I thought it was pretty good fun. I think Luc Besson has quite the vision, you know.
Yeah,
Not
and then
everyone's
it's a
cup of
great
tea.
comic book based. Yeah, it's a comic book
Yeah.
actually, right?
Yeah.
So anyone else want to negotiate? Yeah, Fifth Element had
that.
some great lines in it. Yeah.
Oh, I also
Never a lot
love
of
when
fun.
Corbin's mother gets on the phone with the president. Oh, you sound too smart. And it just was hilarious.
You sound too smart. Yeah.
No, he's an idiot. And it's like, golly, but that was a lot of fun. So, but no, thanks for
Yeah.
letting me share that one with you, Mark. I know you
No, I
trekkers
appreciate-
would love
yeah.
it. So,
No, this was great. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. That was
absolutely
well done. Yeah. But yeah, we are gonna die. Yeah. I should clip I gotta clip that one. Yeah. Oh, I almost just nuked the stream. I almost hit the wrong tab. I was gonna close this. You know?
No.
There you go.
Oh, I've
that.
done that. I have
You've
done
done that?
that. Oh
I was
yeah,
gonna
but you know
close-
it's not that bad. You just come right back. I mean, you
You
just
come right
people-
back. You
Yeah,
regenerate.
well, with us here, we could at least talk until you get back. When you're
Yeah.
like streaming by yourself, it just becomes a blank screen, and they know, especially if they're watching my shows. Just wait. I'll be back in it as soon as I get logged back on.
yeah, just as long as you
It
don't
keeps
hit
going,
end stream. Yeah, just as long as you don't hit end stream.
Yeah, don't hit in stream. In stream,
Yeah.
you're in trouble. But if you
Then
just,
you're SOL, right?
yeah.
Well, I guess the stream will just keep going and going forever, right?
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's happened a few times before where streamers either fell asleep or left it running and
There's
people
been a couple of them, yeah.
Yeah, because the panelists can't end
Well,
the stream.
Gary Nerdrotic did it once,
Yep.
and then he came back hours later in the studio, and he didn't realize it was still on. He's eating something, and he's looking at the screen. Eventually, he realized, shit, this is still live, and people were still in the chat for hours later.
that is so.
Thank God
funny.
he didn't start to pick his nose or something.
Oh, well, imagine he's
Picking his nose would have been the
least worst
least of
option.
your worries. Yeah.
Our friend Wes Cagle did that once on somebody's stream. He stayed manning the chat till the next day. It's like
That was that the Canadian Spider-Man?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah, poor bugger.
Yeah, that was bad. That was actually scary. I think I reached out to you.
Yeah.
Or Lord Toth or
Well,
who
people
did I
were
reach
reaching out to me because I lived near him. Well, near means 3 hours away, and I didn't have his address, and he was out in the country, so I had no real. I couldn't have found him even if I'd tried. I had no idea where he was.
Yeah, no idea, right?
I was like in the same province. Yes.
Yeah. So Canada's a pretty big place, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh
like, yeah.
no, really?
Yes, I'm kind
It's
of.
like you
near
live in
him.
New York. Go ahead and just say hi to my friend. They live in New York too.
That's right. Well, people used to say it to me when I'd be in England. Someone they'd say, "Oh, you're from Scotland. Do you know Jimmy so and so?" No, 6 million people. I don't know them all.
Well, come on, it's a small little place, right?
I used to say, "Yeah, he's my best mate." Of course, I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
and
does
but
happen.
that did as was a guest. He had to babysit till Andre turned it off.
Turned it off. Yeah, I remember that as well.
It does.
Yeah.
I remember Snowdub did it once deliberately though. He was doing.
Oh, he pretended to do it, or he left.
Well, he had it was Jolly or one of the puppets, and he snorted some substance and then collapsed. The puppet collapses, and then they just went
In
for
character.
hours with just a dead puppet lying there.
In character, right?
Yeah, every so often another, like every hour or so, another puppet would come running up and take a look at the body and then run away again. So he left it like that for hours.
for hours.
Well, I've fallen asleep. I've fallen asleep as a guest. Mark screaming at me, "Damn man, go to bed."
Hey,
I've been Fortnite.
I've been doing a show, and like my talk show, it's not like one of my watch parties. I mean, I do like my morning show, and I'm like talking, and it's like we're like, okay, we're gonna look at the memes, and I change it to the meme, and I swear I dozed off. It might
Oh
not
my
have been real
God.
long, but but it was noticeable to me, and I'm like, and I said, hey guys, I'm a little tired, so if I nod off, just hang in there, I'll be back.
Yeah, but
Ouch.
falling asleep playing Fortnite was probably a highlight of my career because, I mean, how the heck do you fall asleep actually actively playing a game in a match? I mean,
Yeah, that was impressive. Yeah.
I mean, I'm running into this tree. Mark's yelling at me, "Dad man, wake up! Dad man, go to bed!"
Yeah.
But I'm looking up and I'm running into the tree. Just running into the tree repeatedly.
Yeah, running into the tree. Yeah. It's like, well, you better go to bed now. You're really not helping our squad out. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but well, speaking of that, Mark, I'm going to bail out and say goodnight and leave y'all to it and get some rest for work tomorrow. But hey, thanks again as always, Mark.
It was always great to have you.
I am going to go ahead and leave. Also, I've got to get up early. I have an 8:00 doctor's appointment.
Oh, God bless you. Yep. Well, let me promote both of your channels.
And let me say real quick, nice to actually be on with 70s Rock fan again.
Yeah, good to see you, mate. Both of you.
Oh,
absolutely. All right, Mark.
I don't know if I've ever streamed with
Thank
you.
you. Yep. So,
well, if it's the first time we've ever done it, then I've enjoyed it immensely. Yes. Let's do it again sometime.
Absolutely.
Sure.
It's the Dadman's channel. You don't really have to sub to him, but definitely sub to Mrs. if you had to pick one or the other.
Well, yeah, especially now with channel members.
You could only pick one, I thought.
There can only be one.
There can only be one.
Well, our goal is to get her above my sub count anyway. Plus, also her channel memberships, her Ko-Fi account, ways to support her to help pay for all these wonderful Lego builds.
It.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, Mark knows me. So, but,
yes, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Great having you guys here.
I'd like to get to 1,000 subs so that I can run ads and be annoying. And
there you go.
And make some revenue. And I say, if you can't, if you find, if you can't.
Well, actually, the truth of it is, unfortunately, I know you do 70s. God, we really appreciate all the super chat and the memberships because that's really what comes.
Yeah, that's
like
really...
the advertising, like I don't know, maybe some other if you're a huge channel, but like one of my videos with 50,000 views, my best one, I got $3 from it. Not that I don't.
It's pitiful money. Yeah,
it is, but it's something that it's a tacit.
I find the best
a tacit revenue. But I appreciate everyone that supports the channel, and every time I get something for the channel, I tell them, and I'm like, I got this. You guys help me get this. But yes, So
yeah, the for me the best part is being able to write a whole load of shit off in taxes. But,
yeah,
I'm working on that also.
That's the most profitable part of the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm actually keeping receipts. I'm doing all that since I got monetized this year. So
yay!
So it's one of the joys. But
Indeed.
but anyway,
I fell asleep talking to your fiance on Messenger. Well, I hope that went well because if I fell asleep talking to my wife now, it's okay. But when you're dating, maybe you don't want to do that. Just kidding, buddy.
I have fallen asleep on. Well, it wasn't Messenger. We were actually talking, and I'm like, I fell asleep. I don't know.
I fall asleep on her all the time. So
yeah.
I just got to stay awake when I'm driving at night, though.
Oh, which is quite scary, but that's another story for another day.
Yep.
So, yes, well, thank you.
Yep. You guys have a great night.
Thank you for being here, guys. Yep. And hail Scipio.
Thank you. I'll see you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
And as you leave, I'm going to play Where'd They Go?
Okay.
I'm going to stay here and listen.
Okay, here they. Yeah.
Where'd they go?
Right there.
Oh, screw you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you to Dadman and Mrs. Dadman, especially Mrs. Dadman, because she's a mister we put up with. Just kidding, Dadman. We love you. So, thank you for being here and hanging out with us tonight. And hail to Darcipio there. Oh, messenger video. Robbie found some messenger video chat. That's even more impressive. Yep. So, 70s rock fan, are you a fan of vehicles with 4 wheels?
I prefer them to vehicles with 3 wheels.
Okay.
Yes.
You
4
don't
is
like the
better than
Morgan?
3.
You don't like the Morgan that much? Okay. Yep.
No, not that much. No.
The Morgan vehicle.
I find I admire them, but I'm not a huge lover.
All
Or
right. Well, because
expert
we're
of
going to
them.
cover some cars now. So, I went to a
Cover them-
car show today.
Cover them
I
with
went
what?
with pictures. With
Oh,
pictures,
right.
yes. So, let
Do
me
it.
call up. We are going to do it.
Do
So, so if you're a car nerd, you're going to especially like this segment of Sunday Night Geekery because I go to this car show every year. And let me find the program. Let's see here. Where's the program for this? Oh, let me put this vertical. Where's sort by date? Here we go. So this is in Tony, Greenwich, Connecticut. So let me call up. I double clicked on that. Why is it not opening? Open Sesame. There we go. Okay. Make this full screen. Where did the full screen thing? Why do they hide all the menus here? Why?
Yeah, you need a producer, man.
I do need a producer. Yeah. But there's like a full screen mode that they had in this. They hide the menu. They do everything here. Let's see. View. Zoom. Where's full screen? I want the icon on top of the damn Control L. Remind me, Control L is full screen
You're
mode.
just
Okay.
see, you're giving the public a view of the magic, how the magic is done, and you're ruining the magic as a result.
I am ruining it. Yeah.
They all think this is magic, you know.
Yeah.
out
It just
there.
happens. Yep.
It just
And
happens,
Len.
right, we're all slick professionals.
Ooh, Darcipia has a 71 Chevelle. Oh, nice car. Yep. And we've got some car nerds here. Yep. So, and Robert Meyer Burnett says hello. I'm watching his stream in addition to yours. Oh, thank you. Yep. Oh, I love his stuff. Yep. Good guy, Robert Meyer Burnett. And I love that his Star Trek movie just that cracks me up to no
it's
end.
one of the best. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, Free Enterprise. It's just so damn good. Especially the open when like the ornament and the wife is taking the girlfriend's taking the ornament and like that's the first Star Trek Enterprise ornament. Come back with that, yeah. And then he's correcting her, yep. And it's just like the lines in that movie are just so hysterical when he's that was what was it called? That was Free Enterprise, wasn't it? Yeah, Free Enterprise. Yeah. So the line in the beginning and it's like she's like she doesn't care about any of the any of the Star Trek themes or anything, and he's just going to correct her, and he's like, I don't care what was the name of the episode? Was it Gamesters of Trascalon or something? Yeah, it was. Like it was just a joke, and it's like on the tip of your tongue, and and you're like, don't say it, she's gonna kill you. And he says it. Yeah, I was just laughing my whole way through because it's so grounded in Star Trek reality. Yep.
Only a real true fan of the genre and of the IP could have made something like that.
Yeah. So this show, getting back to cars with 4 wheels, of course, James Kirk, I guess in the 2019 movie. He's got that Stingray was a Corvette. Yep. So, okay, now why is this not changing? Come on, move. It's not giving me this. Oh,
it's weird.
God darn it. Why is it not moving here? Let me see what's happening here. Did it lock up?
I think it's dead.
Let's see what's happening here. It's dead, Jim. Let's see.
I think she's dead. Oh, I'm not.
There you go back.
I went all Monty Python.
Date modified.
She's dead. No, I'm not.
She's mostly dead, yeah.
The Death of Mary, Queen of Scots was the sketch I was thinking of.
There we go. This is the right file, yeah. I don't want a generative summary, god damn it. I don't want AI on my program.
What is going on?
Asking me
what are you doing?
Every time I go to use a program, it like asks me if I want to use an AI feature.
I could show you while you're waiting. I could show you a picture of my new puppy.
Oh, yes. Let's see the puppy. Yep.
See if I can find one. This is why I've not been doing a lot of shows recently. Things have been a little bit
Like having a
hectic.
newborn, right? Yeah.
It is, yes. It's been a little bit hectic. God, I've got so many pictures in here. Where the hell is it? I gotta find the most. God, that's funny. What's happened to them? Pictures. Oh, that's why I know I'm looking in the wrong freaking place. That's why. It was as bad as you.
Yep, you'll find it. You'll find it. Yep. And Mars Monkey Max. Hell, yep. This is so sick of this AI crap. Yeah, if you want to use AI, like I've been using Photoshop and Lightroom, and Lightroom's got like used to take me hours in Photoshop. Sometimes, well, not always hours, but pretty extensive. Like if someone's got hair and you want to remove the background or do certain things, and in Lightroom now you can just kind of highlight it and say remove and generative AI. So certain things it's kind of cool, but it's like I don't want every time I go to use a program now it asks me like if I want to do AI.
Yeah, I know, and I've used bits of it, but I just want to do my normal stuff. This is Ivy.
Hey, Ivy.
She's a rescue.
Beautiful, yeah.
3 months old. She's lovely, yeah. But my God,
she's not poison.
She's active, and we're
she's
old.
active. We're old.
I am so tired. It's unbelievable. But I mean, she's pretty well behaved. But my God, she's active. But she's absolutely gorgeous, lovely little thing.
What kind of dog is she?
Well, it's tough being a rescue. She's part lab, part everything else. But she's got
that's fine. Mutts are some of the best dogs.
She seems to have a lot of hunting instincts in her. So I think she's got, I don't know. And she likes to, well, it's not her. She likes to dig a lot as well. But she's gorgeous. But I think we're going to be quite active for a while.
That's a lot of work. Yeah.
It's
a lot of work. Yeah.
She really likes hunting and sniffing and digging, and she may be a bit of a pointer or a healer or something as well, or a bit of terrier as well. But I think she's not going to be huge, but she's certainly going to be pretty big. I mean, she's only 3 months and she already weighs quite a bit. So
you're not sure exactly, but pretty big though. Yeah.
We're not sure. We could be in trouble.
Yeah.
She is.
Oh, very cute.
She's a beauty. But my God, she likes to play.
Well, yeah, they've got that boundless energy. Yeah. Like a little kid. Yeah. Yeah, they just.
She rips the shit out of everything.
I remember I bought a dog bed for my dogs, like indestructible dog bed. Like it lasted 2 days.
She's destroyed this bed already. Just as well, she doesn't really like sleeping in the bed. She prefers the floor. I think it's just cooler for her. Oh, hang on, let's stop sharing. There you go.
Yeah,
anyway, that's what's been keeping me off a lot of shows and making videos and stuff. It's been a big change.
I'm wiping you out. Yeah,
in schedule, and I'm wiped out. So but I mean, she does sleep all right. She sleeps pretty good. I mean,
she sleeps, yeah. But she probably gets up pretty early, yeah.
And she doesn't.
But you're not letting her in your bed, are you?
She jumps up in the morning. We let her up in the morning, but she doesn't at night. I think she prefers it she literally does prefer it on the floor because it's cooler.
Oh, good. Well, that can be a problem. Like down the road when the dog gets bigger. Like my dog Duke, we let sleep in the bed. First I'm like, Warren, we can't let him sleep in our bed, right? Oh, he's so cute. It's our first. Well, I shouldn't say first kid, but let him sleep in the bed, and then. Then Duke is full grown, almost like a year old or whatever, and Maureen comes to get in the bed next to me, and he starts growling at her, and then he's like trying to kick, and he's pushing Maureen into the bed. I'm like, Duke, I really like you, but my wife is a hell of a lot better looking. So I grabbed him by the collar and kicked him in the ass.
Yeah.
Tap. Don't go after me, And I'm like, you're downstairs now. That's it. You're not sleeping with us anymore.
Right now, she's too small to jump up onto the bed. But we'll see what happens later. But she actually just likes lying on the floor because it's cooler. I mean, even
Yeah.
with beds and blankets and rugs, she just prefers literally lying on the floor. But she's been a lot of fun. But it's been a big
Oh, it's
change
just
in
work.
lifestyle. I've not done so much exercise since before I did my back in a few years ago.
Yeah. Well, I hope your back is feeling well now, right?
The arthritis is kicking in. It's
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been fun, but I will have to
Yeah.
leave you with it soon and go to bed. I know I feel like I'm abandoning you. I know that Dadman and Mrs. Dadman are gone.
Well, that's okay.
Quit and go to bed soon.
Well, give me a few minutes to see a couple of cars at
I
least.
will.
Yeah. So this is the Greenwich Car Show, and it's owned by Haggerty now, which is a great insurance company. I'm not sponsored by Haggerty, but if they would like to, but I get the insurance for my Mustang and some of my old vehicles there, so they do a nice job of insuring, cars that like you just drive on the weekend kind of stuff. It's not meant for like, your everyday car, but it's a nice insurance company. Yeah, so it's on the water there, so it's always a nice place. And usually it's been great weather, but this Saturday was kind of dicey here, so I didn't go on Saturday. But yeah, it was. It's always a great event. Yeah. Wayne Carino was involved. Is he involved this year? It was Chasing Classic Cars. If you're a car nerd, let's see. Is he on this list, Chief? Yeah, Wayne Carini, honorary judge. Yep. So he's from Connecticut. He's got a great show. If you're a gear nerd, check out Chasing Classic Cars. Yep. So yeah, these are the judges, and I just flip through this quick, but they show. What's nice about this, they'll list all the cars that are there. So one of my favorite cars that I miss, the 1957 BMW 503. God, that's one of the world's most gorgeous cars, but that wasn't. These were all the Saturday cars, so they had Stingrays.
Right, yeah.
This is my favorite segment here, what I wanted to go see, but I missed. Affordable Ferraris. So
affordable for who?
Yes. So I mean, if you don't know, like if you have a Ferrari, you have to have service done every year. If you own a Ferrari, buy a Ferrari dealership. Like otherwise, no one's going to want to buy your car. Basically, like it'll have zero value, right? So you got to
the provenance.
Yeah. So and it's it ain't cheap either. I guess if you have to ask about it, you can't afford it. So they'd I just love this affordable Ferraris, and then they had classic BMWs. The 2002 Stingrays. I think were some of the most gorgeous vets. Yeah, the Corvette Stingray, and custom cars. Let's see, performance cars. Lotus, Lamborghini. It's a dream for car lovers there. And then today they had Ferraris, neoclassic. We'll show the pictures, but I'm just flipping through there's a good overhead view. That's what the park looks like there on the water there. Yeah, so it's nice. And one year they had the Amphicar there, which was awesome. So it's like, they gotta they gotta go into the water there. I was talking to the owner. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, the 308. Yep, that's the GTS. That's considered one of the inexpensive ones. And what the guy at the Ferrari dealership was telling me when I went to go buy my Ferrari. No, I just was there for they had a scouting event, and they had invited the Boy Scouts. So I do not own a Ferrari. I do have some Matchbox Ferraris, and they had the 3. Everyone loves the Magnum PI, the 308. The guy was telling me what they do. They'll put a Ford V8 in. Some of these guys just to save money, so you can the engine. If you kill that engine, you don't care. So you pull that out of the original, the original Ferrari engine out. So here are the cars. Yeah, they store it for her. Yep. Oh, there's my new watch I just bought, the Piaget.
With your new arm.
Yeah, my new arm. Yeah, and they had a lot of cool Mercedes there. Buicks. The Buicks are beautiful. I gotta look at what my grandfather had Buicks in the 70s. I can't remember what year. Then they had all these custom cars that are like retro mods and 914s, and yep. crazy stuff. Just say that's some motorcycles. So I'm just flipping through this, but this was the winner
Oh,
last
that's
year.
nice.
That was fun. Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
So this was these were all the winners from last year. So I'll put the link in here so you can look at this and check it out. But I had all the pictures from last year. I think did I go both 2 days last year? I can't remember. I might have gone 2 days last year. But yeah, so just listing all the winners. Yep.
God, there's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of cars.
Yeah, a lot of cars. Yeah, so we're
A
gonna
lot of expensive cars.
very expensive cars. Yep. Look, a 1957 Porsche Carrera GT estimate 900,000 to 1.2 million. Yeah, so yeah, you're not dealing with normal cars here. Yeah. Expedition mode. Yeah, I guess this is like, or they customize the car for, if you get like Arab chic type money. Yep.
There's your club.
There's my club. Yeah. So, and the thing is, I have to say though, it's just, there's my jet. Yeah, there's my jet.
Yeah.
The kids today aren't as into cars as much too. I have to say, unfortunately. So, it's cars aren't the. Some kids are, but it's not like it was growing
It's
up.
a little bit more niche now.
Yeah, I mean, mostly there. Yeah, there were some kids there and some younger people, but oh yeah, and Lenron says, I have no idea how Magnum fit into that Ferrari. Yeah, I guess he was in good shape, right? Yeah. Oh, it's for only 225 horsepower in 1978. Wow. Yeah, the cars weren't tuned as well. Yeah, now today with the computers and the technology, you got a lot of horsepower out of small displacements. Yep. So and when we get to it, some of the older cars. So here's the website to the car show if anyone wants to check that out. Let me do Control L here. Get out of this. Let's see there. Ask AI.
Was it
Ask
pretty
AI.
busy? I mean, did you get a chance?
It was
to
really busy. Yeah. So let me pull up the slideshow here. Let me get that up. So yeah, it was definitely really busy because
that's a lawnmower.
Yeah, I was just saying. Let me put the so I can do it manually. Oh, all right, do that. Here we go. Come on, Mark. Let's go here. Let's go back. Scroll lock. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, like this. I don't know what this is. A custom car there, and yeah, that's Creeley Art. I don't know what the hell that is. I didn't walk over.
Is that? Yeah.
It's like a go-kart or something.
It's a go-kart or some kind. Yeah.
some kind of go-kart. Yep. So but yeah, so the show was, I think, more crowded today because it was let me take this in. So it was, because people didn't go yesterday. Many people, I'm guessing, didn't go yesterday because of the rain. So I'm assuming that it was just a little bit crazier today, but it wasn't too bad. But I know where to park. There's like a train station you can park at, so I was able to tell my friend where to park. So we parked in, like, I'm like, yeah, inside information. Well, everyone tries to park on the first floor of the parking garage. I'm like, just go to the second floor, right? Just go to the second floor, and there's no one on the second floor. Everyone's trying to get a spot on the first floor, and it's like
trying to jam in with everybody else. I always go to the furthest point I can get.
Right? Yeah. Yep. And let's catch up with the chat.
That's
here.
Your car.
This is my new car. Yeah, look at that. I would fit right in there. So that's glorious. Yep.
With your
social media. Yeah, my new outfit. Yeah, social media likes have replaced the car in modern culture. Yeah. So, and Brian says the Camaro maxed out at 185 horsepower, fully optioned. Yeah, 220. Yeah, that was the emissions control, and yeah. Great news. Now I want a buck pen that looks like that. Yeah. So, yeah. So here, let's keep going through this show. But yeah, these are fun little Hampton Jollies. little British minis here. I don't know if it's actually a mini British or I mean it's British, but I think, but I'm not sure the make. But just it's very wicker baskets like. And then there's a Lotus SUV because you know you need a Lotus SUV. when you're
Of
taking the
course you
kids
do.
to Yeah, Lotus handling. Yep, yeah. Adventure never has to wait. Yep. Oh, hey, Courtney's here. Hey, Courtney.
Hi.
Courtney,
Are you just ending or anything? Because I've been
Oh yeah, no, we're ending now. Goodbye. See you later. No, I'm just starting my car segment.
We finished
I'm
5
at
minutes
the
ago.
I'm at the laundromat.
The laundrette, yeah.
Look at
dryer
those
booth.
machines. There's a see. Never mind your cars, Mark. Look at those machines.
Yeah.
The speed queen.
Would you like to buy $1 million car, Courtney?
Sure. Well, if someone wants to buy it for me.
That's
Actually,
not a car,
good
that's a
answer.
model.
that's way too much money for me to drive. I would totally crash that thing in like a day, probably.
That's not a
Just
car. That's a
because there's
model.
interest. It's a model.
It's only a model. It looks
These are
weird.
cool,
It doesn't
aren't
look
they?
real. It doesn't look real. It's just the way you've
It's real.
taken it.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Yeah, just these cars are
Wow.
gorgeous. Yeah.
That one has that kind of paint. The one you just showed, it looks like kind of hypercolor.
The red
think
one,
No, the like it's right before that.
orange.
This one. No, the one you just passed. In the middle of those two.
The Cadillac.
Yeah, so that I started watching these channels of the guys that mix paint and paint these cars, and that looks like the kind of paint they were doing. Like it was like this really, I don't know. It's like hypercolor.
Like, yeah, they're not just one color in them. Yep.
Yeah.
That color's
pretty
taupe.
And hi, Sashi.
neat.
If you
Do
want to
call
open a
taupe?
mini, look up Mini Moke. Sashi.
Mini
Yep.
Moke.
Mara says, Courtney, the kids in the dryer long enough. Come on, take them out.
I am taking them out right now. I'm folding. Can you
Yeah.
hear me? I'm in the dryer
Yes,
now.
we
You're in
can
the
hear you.
dryer.
Yeah, I put my head in it.
Echo.
300 SL. There you go, Courtney. Your dad had that car, so
Which one? It's the
300
Roadster.
300 SL. Yeah, the Roadster 300 SL. Yep.
I have to come look. I walked away for a second.
Oh, you walked away. I'll have to go
Yeah.
back. now,
Can I
yeah.
see it again?
There you go. Yeah.
I'm like, that wasn't it. That was like a. Yes, he did. That looks totally like the front of it.
So was the
that
Roadster
car.
or was it convertible? Was it convertible or the Roadster? You showed me a picture.
It was
but
no.
I
It
forget.
wasn't convertible. It was.
It
the
wasn't a
Roadster.
convertible. The
Oh,
Roadster.
wait, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't remember now because he had. No, he had a '66
Did-
convertible Porsche. That's what
Did it
was.
have the doors that had the doors that went straight up, the gull wing doors?
The Gull Wing, yes, Gull Wing door.
It had the gull wing, yeah. So that, and I think that's actually worth more than the convertible, maybe. But I mean, those cars are. I shouldn't even want to say how much.
My dad was ridiculous. I mean, he would. Yeah, he's just he lost everything at one point. So just put it that way.
Unfortunately,
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's only worth 1.3 to $2.4 million now.
My
That car.
God. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
But
he's.
did he
he's
buy that?
kicking
Did he buy
himself in
that
the
new?
butt
Did he
for a
buy
lot of
that car
places.
new, or did he?
No, he couldn't. I know because he bought it when when I was young, he came home with it. So no,
He came up with but he didn't buy a new
because it was
for
like early
dealership, right?
50s.
Yeah.
And then Courtney had
Yeah.
to starve for 6 months after that.
Yeah.
There was
Now, my
no
dad-
food.
My dad had this. My dad had this car, pretty much white. I'm gonna try to find the picture. I think I've had the. Let's see. Let me find the picture of this. Let's see here. Let's see. Do I have it under this? Let me find the picture of my dad. Did I put this in here? No, let's see.
I love old cars.
I mean,
Classic
so
cars. They're just so cool.
but the funny thing was, my mom loved cars, and she loved going to Lime Rock in Connecticut, and like one of her boy, she always had to date someone who had like a convertible or some kind of convertible, and let me see if I can get LCD car. Let's see if I can do that. It's not coming. I'm trying to do the search to find my dad's, and I found it today too. But
My mom had
Let's see.
the convertible Rabbit. Remember the Rabbit back in the day, Volkswagen?
yeah, that was cute. Yeah.
Yeah. She had a couple of those.
Yeah. So here, if I find this, yep. Sorry about the chat. I'll catch up to, but let's see. Do I have? Oh, I have that picture of my dad with an old car. Let's see. Where is that picture of Dad with? Here we go. Found it. Where is this? Which album is this in? Okay. Slideshow photo. Where's that? No. There we go. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll just show these two here. I found this one. This is my dad here. Let me go that in the with this car with the hat on. They thought he was in the Navy.
What is he?
So
Is he in Captain and Tennille or what?
Captain and Tennille, yeah. It's my dad in that car.
Where's Tennille?
Where's Tennille? Yeah, and there's a 65 or early model Corvair. So what he did, he sold this car and he bought the Corvair, the turbocharged Corvair. And yeah, it was my mom was pissed because she liked the convertible and the new car wasn't convertible. But she still stayed with him.
For some reason I can hear the Beach Boys playing in my head.
Right? But that was super super fun to see my dad in that car. Yeah, so
that's the same color as the convertible, the 1966 Porsche that my dad had. It was like a ruby kind of red, like that, bright red.
So here's another
I love
car.
that cream color. Like I love that color.
So
I
don't know if
VW Bug that color.
So I was trying to figure out the year. So it's early. It's before 1960, I think. But I was gonna. Hopefully, the guy that was there could find out. But it's very close to this, car. So, very, very cool. So it was kind of
so cool.
that car is worth a fortune now, too, unfortunately. So my dad had the Corvair. They bought after, the turbocharged Corvair. But and here's another picture of my dad with his 55 Chevy. This is fun to show. So this was his first car he bought in America when he came to America, and he couldn't believe he went for those little cars.
That looks like so the front, those like bubble kind of looking lights. Like I don't know, I call them bubble lights or whatever. That looks like the front. I know it's a different car, but my dad also had a 1956 Mercedes Benz. And it had that kind of front.
Yeah.
I don't know. I called them the bubble eye.
Yep.
When I was a kid.
So this was a 5-year-old car, and I think when my dad bought it, a 6-year-old car.
So
but
cool.
The 55 Chevy, and you couldn't believe the jack. These cars were so strong. You put the jack on the bumper and jacked it up there. But these cars, the tires are really bad back then. So that's why the joke about getting flat tires on a date. But it happened. It happened.
The cars were built to last, right? Back then.
Yeah, but the tires weren't so good. So that was the joke when women bought a car. You had a car. They're like, "Oh, the car broke down. We're stuck on a desert road." Yep. So this is a car my dad bought, the '65 Corvair, which is a really good car. They put the Corvette suspension and rear engine and turbocharger on that one. So, and that was the car that I put sand in the tank. Because my dad wouldn't drive it that often, so he told me gas came from the desert, where sand is. So when I came home, you guys have probably all heard this story.
You thought you'd help him out.
Yeah, so I said, "Daddy, you can drive your car," and I was like 3 years old or 4 years old, and he's like, "I'm like, I put gas in your car." He's like, "Well, where do you get gas?" I'm like, "In the desert, in the sand." So I put sand in your car so you can drive it now.
The things we do when we're that age. I destroyed an entire china set. My mom had it all laid out on the kitchen table, or on the dining room table, and I decided to climb up to look at it, and the whole thing, like thousands of dollars worth of china, shattered to the ground.
And Courtney was already 22 years old at that point.
Yeah, well, it's something I would more likely do now because I have reverted back to childhood, I believe.
So yeah, there's some good. You're going to see some good cars here. I'm trying to catch up to the chat here. Yep, Alpha GT, Carmen Ghia, and the Volvo P1800. Yep.
I love Volvos.
My mom had Volvos. Yeah.
My mom had Volvos too. Later on, she had the Volvo station wagon.
Yeah. I thought this picture came out exceptionally well, if I must say. I like that with
nice.
the gloves on there. I think that came out as a nice picture. Yep. Oh, hey, the dead man. Do you mind if I do a shameless plug? Yes, I will send SC telling her. No worries. Yeah, go for it. Yep. Of course. Yep. Shameless plugs are awesome. Yep. Don't be shamed by them. Yep. So I guess this got some kind of ribbon off the check, but yeah, great car there. Yep. Great Ferraris there. I just love that that Alpha is just classic. Of course, having your dad own one doesn't hurt, but yeah, that was a good. There's a Triumph. I mean, just see so much, and I took big pictures of all the signs too, so I could figure out what what each car, what each car was after the fact. Healy, yep, great British car.
So I do unfortunately have to drop out, Mark, but
No.
I'm glad Courtney's there to keep you company. But just before I do, I want to share a photo with you. If you're
sure. Yep, let me just pause this. Yep.
You're showing all these wonderful cars.
Yeah.
And don't ask me what model this is, but this is one of my dad's first cars.
Well, we got car people here.
There's my mother, and one of I don't think it's me. I think it's one of my old.
That looks a heavy duty vehicle that could probably get 3 gallons to the mile.
Probably got 3 horsepower. It's a good old British car, and there's another one. I don't know what that one is.
That's a different car, right? Yeah.
Yeah, different car, slightly later one. It's got something.
Really you can do now. You can right click on that and do a Google image search, which is wild. I don't know what that is.
There's my dad. This is earlier than that. This is like the 1940s.
That's cool. That's a great picture. Is that a Lancia?
No, again, I have no idea what the car is, but I'm sure somebody could find out.
Yeah, that's a nice enough picture. That's a great photo.
Sorry, I was lost. That is cool.
I think it's back in the 1940s, if I'm right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then
it reminds me of like a Rolls Royce mixed with like an army vehicle or something.
And then this was his lorry, as we called them.
Oh
truck.
Yeah.
His
truck, yeah, they were lorries there, right? Yeah.
How would you spell lorry?
Lorry.
Gotcha.
And Deadman. I misunderstood SC. You don't have to do a super chat for that. Just plug away. Well, you don't need to do a super chat. I misread SC. Yep.
So you look at all those wonderful, flashy American and European cars. This is good old British technology here.
That's very grounded, right? Very practical, very heavy.
That's my older sister. But then he had when I was growing up.
It's not a Jaguar, is it?
That's your sister?
It is. That's my older sister. She'll hate me for showing that. There's
later
when we were growing up. He had a car sales, so we had Jaguars and Mercedes and all that stuff. Sports cars, whatever. But
old Jags.
That looks like is that a Jaguar there? Or is that?
I think it might be, but I'm not sure about models and all that stuff. But
well, you guys know my dream.
So your
car,
dad
right?
became a car salesman, or?
Yeah, his own garage, workshop, and car sales.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So but you never got into. You never really got into cars then? You didn't get the bug?
Never really got into it, no.
It wasn't you weren't a grease monkey?
What you do though is you'd buy a Mercedes, we'd go on holiday for 2 weeks in it, like to France or somewhere, and then he'd sell it when he got home.
That's really funny. My mom would get like used Mercedes and BMW because she was a realtor to make herself look good. But my dream car is from the movie Harold and Maude. It's the Jag Hertz combo. Yeah, I've always wanted one of them.
People are telling you what the cars are, maybe. So RobAltis Ford.
I have no idea what that is, but he's playing his accordion out the back of it. But
that looks like a Ford vehicle to me somehow.
I don't know what it is, honestly.
Looks like I could be totally wrong. I have no.
It's what we would have called an estate, but I guess over here they'd call it an estate.
Front end looks like Fordish to me, but I'm a pretty good car person, but not with this stuff. I've been hailed Oliver Belmont.
It's the accordion that's really the catchy bit.
I'm cursed
to
driving a Ford lately.
Burton.
Hi, TZ.
I mean, if you roll back the chat later, people are giving suggestions. I was missing putting them up at the same time. Oh, RobAltis says there's a Ford Council.
That's me in the middle.
That car. Yep.
That's me in the middle.
Oh my God, you were so mini.
That's cute. Yeah. Mini me.
Mini Brian. They're so cute.
It's just you mentioned cars. I thought I've got a ton of photos. I have no idea what those cars are, but
That looks like a Jaguar to me. I
it might
think.
have been
Yeah.
a big Cortina estate. That one, last one. Yeah.
Well, that one. Yep. Yep.
Anyway.
Well, this is cool. Proton Saga, license rebadge of the 80s Mitsubishi Lancer. No
Oh, what is
electronics. That's the radio.
picture?
Best anti-theft because it's a manual transmission.
I
Anyway,
just realized my picture says Red Rum. I need to
Red
change
Rum,
it.
yeah.
Do you have to say good night? Unfortunately.
Ryan,
that
I
is
might see
okay.
you tomorrow. Over the Top, baby.
I hope so. You should be there for Over the Top, 3
I
p.m.
love that
Mountain Time
movie.
on my channel, Canon Film Club, Over the Top. The best movie ever made about a truck driving father-son arm wrestling drama with maximum sweat.
Well, we always need sweat.
We
But,
do need
sub
sweat.
to,
Sweat
sub
is
to
the
your
star.
channel. Sub to
Yes.
Brian's channel here. And
So-
yeah, that's a classic Stallone movie. Did he break his arm in that one too, or no? Not this one.
I don't know if he did. I mean, his character did. His character
Yeah,
tore
yeah.
a muscle. But the guy who was wrestling there had 18.5-inch biceps.
Whoa. I think that's how broad my dog's chest is. Like, we're-
Yeah, exactly. So
That's
yeah, speaking
crazy.
of dogs, Courtney, see, my routine, my schedule's all screwed up because we got a puppy. So I'm gonna.
You got a puppy? I'll
Yeah.
see it tomorrow. I'll see it
Yeah,
tomorrow.
and so I'll know I'll be up early in the morning, so I got to get to bed.
Yeah,
see
you
you
got to potty
guys.
train that thing.
Yep.
Night,
Oh
night.
no, it's
Take
well
care,
trained.
yep.
It's just
Good
well
night, yep.
trained. Good night,
Okay.
everybody. See ya.
I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah,
Thank you for
everybody
being here.
should.
That 70s rock fan. Awesome dude. Good friend.
He's
And,
awesome, and his show tomorrow is going to be awesome. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern time on his channel, and we're going to be
Yep.
reviewing Over the Top.
It's gonna be good stuff. Yep. And I think I skipped the slideshow was running when I paused it. Look at that spare tire in the back there. That's awesome. Yeah. Love that. Yeah.
Where do I see it? Oh my God, the inside of that car, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I got this flying
I like that
fast. You know what I'm
color.
gonna do for channel members? I'll put this up as a Google Drive so you can look at these photos. Yep.
Is that one you just showed? Did that have one of the pull button knobs, on the wooden dashboard? You know?
Yeah, I mean the knob. Yeah, I'm guessing that's sometimes the choke was on the dash. I'm not sure what P and W stands for.
I
But
just
yeah,
remember
a
my
lot of
dad's
pull knobs, yeah.
Mercedes had a pull knob, yeah, and no seatbelts in
Well, yeah, seatbelts. Why would you need a seatbelt?
it. I mean, we
Yeah.
had them in the 80s, and we still didn't use them. My seatbelt was my mom's arm.
Yeah.
You know the 80s reach. Anyone from the group
Yep.
of the 80s?
Oh yeah,
probably
your
knows.
mom would go
Your
grab
mom-
you. Yeah.
Yeah, she put her hand over and make sure you don't go through the windshield.
Yep.
Those were the days. That's a beautiful color too.
Yeah, Austin Healy. Yep, yep. So what they usually do, they'll have like a class of cars, and they have a bunch of Austin Healys or Healy vehicles together. That one's gorgeous. With the white,
That
with the
is so pretty.
called?
What is
with
that?
the racing helmet there. Yep, Austin Healy.
Oh wow! I love those old helmets.
Yeah, no, it's another Austin Healy. Yeah, so they're all lined up together. So if you like a certain car, it's pretty wild. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I love them all. Each one I see, I'm like, I
All
love
these
that one. That's my
convertibles, yeah.
favorite.
I like this one. I like this
Yeah.
one. Yeah, yeah.
They're all my favorite.
I'll take
I
that. I'll
want it
take that.
all.
Yeah. A bunch of them had cell phone holders, though, as you see. It's the suction cup to the.
Oh, that's so funny.
Which I laughed at. Suction cup to the windshield. Yep.
The little part
But
in the middle.
look how
the
clean
middle
these
of those,
engines are.
The steering wheels. You know, they had those little caps that came off in the middle of the steering wheel. Well, I know that VW Buds did, but I noticed that last car did. That's where you would hide things.
Oh, okay. Yep. Uh-oh. Car alarm. Who's doing a car?
My
Yeah.
car? My car's right
I
up
don't
front.
know.
Okay. No, that wasn't mine. Mine's more obnoxious.
Yeah. Oh, P&W stands for Pirates and Wizards. Yep.
Pirates and Wizards.
Yeah, there's some crazy super Supercars here. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, that thing was like. See, those cars, like you always
Corvette.
feel smushed and you're sitting too low in them.
Well, I couldn't get into them, so it's another problem. Or if I got in, I'm never getting out again. Yep, yep.
Yeah. I had a boss that let me drive. I think it was a Corvette. He would let me drive it to go do errands and stuff. And I just remember I couldn't see like over the dashboard. I felt like I was so low
Right.
in that car. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah. And then we're getting into some Buick Riveras here.
Nice.
I got my aunt had this really cool Buick Rivera. She said she bought it from like a movie star, an actress, and or I think it was a studio guy who worked in Hollywood. I can't trying to remember the story, but it had power windows. It was the first car I ever saw with power windows. She had it, I think in the 60s or 70s, and she had it for like 30 years. Like Aunt Dolly had this car, so. But it had like every feature that you can imagine in a car. It was a really cool blue car. Hey, Low Spec is here. Hey, Low Spec.
Hey, Low Spec. Yep. I just saw this really funny video of a dad. He was filming his teenager, and he was in his truck, I guess, that had roll-up windows. And the kid's going, "What is that? What's that for?" And the dad's just like messing with him. And finally, he tells him, he rolls up the window, and he's like, "Wow."
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Lasher. Yeah, this is the Greenwich Concours D'Elegance. If you can say that 3 times quickly.
D'Elegance.
Yeah.
My brother's in Paris right now with all 3 kids.
Oh, cool.
Lucky.
He lives there or just vacation?
No, my cousin's getting married in Italy, and they decided to go to Paris for the week before to make a big trip out of it. Yep.
So this car had apparently been in movies. I think I forgot to take a picture of that, but this car has been in a number of movies. I don't know if it was a show car or something, but the front end was redone. Very cool car. Of course, I'm like, it's got a TV in the back, but you can't see the TV. Like if you're in the car, how are you going to watch that TV?
Oh, that's, I guess if you
and
park.
then there's some phones in there. I don't know if you park. Yeah.
Remember how they used to park? Maybe that was like.
I guess. I don't know. Look at the handle there, built in. Yeah, yeah. So really,
that black car
really
is
cool.
kind of just slick looking.
Yeah.
There's no Chevy Novas.
No Chevy Novas. Yeah. Yeah, Mars. Yeah, old Buicks and Mercs are awesome. There's brilliant stuff there. Yep.
The car that I drove that had the most features was when I drove a 1990 Cadillac DeVille. It was the gold edition, and it even had a cassette tape that you would put in that would describe all the features of the car. It was
cool.
And it was maroon. Yeah, it wasn't mine. It was my step grandfather's, but I inherited it to drive. So it was very neat.
Yep.
I have to get out of here. They're closed, but I'm like stuck folding.
Rob says that was a Barris, the guy Buick Rivera who did design the Batmobile. Yep, the Barris brothers, famous Barris brothers. Yep. The Cary Grant model. Thank you, Mars Monkey Max. Yep, yeah. My cars roll up windows too. No electronics. Yep. Yeah. I don't think my kids have ever been in a car than my '67 Mustang that has roll up windows, and they did actually. I think they did probably ask. What are these for? Yeah, because even the most basic cars now have. I guess they don't make any cars without maybe some sports cars or Sashi saying new car, but very rare to find a car that has doesn't have power windows these days. I'm assuming, right? It's just assumed you have power windows, right? I mean, it's just things you take for granted. So, and some of these pictures. I didn't get a chance to go. I was just say, I didn't get to edit. I started editing, and so some of these pictures might not be so good. But I didn't have a chance to crop. I only did like 100 out of the 600 pictures I have. But that
was like fun. So I love.
Last year, Y2 air filters on top of the engine. Yep. So usually you don't see that. You see it with a different air filter, but that's because it has 2 separate carburetors. So 4-barrel carbs. So on each for each feed into the engine into the manifold on top. So it's sometimes you'll see that with on sports cars you'll see, but it'll be like an integrated air filter. But it does look jarring there. It would have the two different air filters on top. But going for each carburetor, you've got a filter for each carburetor. Yeah. So pretty wide. Yeah, it's like, oh, you don't see that often. Yeah, but pretty cool. Yeah. So the Chrysler Town and Country, and it's tough to get pictures to it as everyone's around the car. So I'm trying like go away now.
Can you just move for a second?
Yeah, could you move? Yep. Yeah, the Cross Ram. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that low spec. Yeah, exactly. That is the Cross Ram 2 carbs long runners. Yep, that was exactly what that car is. Yep, and I only know that because I read that today on the on the sheet, but on the description. Now this car, I'm going to pause here. This Chrysler Airflow is a super famous car from the 29, I think.
The Chrysler Airflow.
This is the Chrysler Airflow. So very famous for its aerodynamics. Yep. Airflow Club America, perfect score of 400, I guess. Yeah. So see how, I mean, this is 1929,
wow.
But everything was smoothed out and rounded.
I love that color.
Yeah. So as far as Chryslers go, this is considered one of the coolest Chryslers. Yes, with the flow in the back. So just really a cool car. So if you Google Chrysler Airflow, you can read about the history of that car. Yep. And Sasha would like a 6 Series. Oh, very cool. Yep. And Oliver says Lilo and Stitch made over 610 million worldwide. Wow.
The
MI
movie?
made 354. Yep. The new movie. Yep.
I've never even seen Lilo and Stitch. Like I didn't even know who they were.
Yeah.
So
Karate Kid Legends made about 50 million. Not bad. So not bad. Yep. So yeah, what a weekend. Yeah, but Lilo and Stitch has turned into a massive money maker as opposed to Snow White. So yeah, wow. And Rob says that car was a Max Wedge Plymouth with cross ram intake, 2 carbs. That was a cool engine setup. Yep. On Satsi says my car was built in 2006. Last of the cars built without power windows. Lightweight with a small engine, but lots of fun. Man, who needs power windows, right? Come on.
It was just so funny watching this kid. He was like, "No, Dad, what is this?" And it kind of reminded me of when I was teaching, and a 6-year-old like innocently asked, "Why do you say hang up the phone?" And it took me a second, and I was like, "Hang up,
push the button,
hang up the phone." But yeah, they don't know. A phone with a cord that you hang up, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then we used to joke around and tell people we were older than Google, like the little kids, and they would be like, "No, you're not. There's no way."
And hail to Katie. Hey, Katie.
That's Sunday my best girl. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, girl. Thanks for coming. We're looking at cool cars.
Yeah, hope you like cars. Yep. And even if you don't really like cars, some of these pictures are kind of cool anyway, right? Just to see these gorgeous. This is an old Duesenberg. Pretty wild. Yeah.
Look at oh my God.
The work on every little part. Yeah.
Is that like an extra wheel, a spare wheel in the side?
Well, yeah, the spare tires were out.
Wow.
Out on the side there, but
that's so
gorgeous. Cool. Just everything's a work of art, right? That's these cars were cost a fortune to buy when they were new. You can only imagine. I don't know. It's got to be worth at least $1 million or more. That Duesenberg. So, and then Lenrod says, "I like that drab green paint scheme." Oh, the chat is rocking right now, so I'm trying to catch up. Yeah, I love the Norton. Yeah, we're going by fast, and I love the motorcycles.
Oh, Lemon Pie is here too. Stephen Mack is here. Hi guys.
That Norton Commando is one of my favorites. Yep, I always wanted to buy a Norton Commando. Where is it? I love this yellow color here too. Yeah, that's a great.
You said Norton? Oh,
Norton Commando motorcycle.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, my boyfriend in my 20s used to work on Norton's BSAs and Triumphs, like all the old British motorcycles.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, and Rob says, Duesenbergs are worth millions, right? You can't touch a Duesenberg for under $1 million, unless, even if it's a basket case. I'm I'm guessing it's still worth. Yep. So I think I'm guessing that's the owner. I'm not sure. Yep. Model J. Yep. And these cars are just perfect. There's like nothing wrong with the cars. It's like, and think of getting the parts too. It's like even on a modern car, sometimes it's struggle to find parts for 20-year-old cars. So, and a lot of these cars, they're custom made or, special parts. Yeah. And Stephen Max says, my old housemate had a nice Commando. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger should have driven a Commando in Commando. That was the one thing that movie was
I
missing.
love that movie.
Commando's the best ever. Yep.
With Solana making a sandwich in the beginning, all hell breaks loose.
Right? Craziness. Yep. There's the Packard emblem. Yep. Just really good. It's like even the emblems are worth the work of art. Yep. Go back. That's it. Why is it not going back when I want it to go back? Well, that picture came out pretty good. Pretty cool. But yeah, look at the wheels. Like the wheels are a work of art.
Those wheels are amazing.
Yeah. No, it's just. I mean, if it, like, would I want to own that Cadillac? No, but yeah, I mean, if you gave it to me, but it's just wild, how cool that car is. And Caddies were, the expensive car back in the day, and they still are, but the reputation went down in the 70s a little bit. But
I don't know.
wow,
The Caddy I drove so like the suspension was amazing. I mean, you could fall asleep like in that car if you were in the back seat. That was and that thing was like built like steel. So
yeah. Oh, Katie's a big classic bike fan, of course.
Nice.
Definitely like you. Big Harley and Triumph fan in my teens. Yep. And did Courtney say she loves watching Commando? Yes.
lemon pie, you jokester. But maybe I'm just kidding.
And look, you even have your own luggage set that fits in perfectly. Look at that luggage set. And I love the last piece of luggage goes
I'm all
the
about
way
that.
across
Having
on the
like
bottom.
matching accessories.
Matching accessories,
cool.
like in the deep one, and yep.
Okay.
And look at the toolkit there.
Look at that color. That's a pretty color.
That's the limo. Yeah, it's pretty color. Yeah. And then there's a crank in the middle that you can put up the privacy window there. Yep. This is crazy. Yep. Electrics. They made a crazy car and bike. It launches the Viper out the back. Yep. They're doing this custom car, Mercury and the BMW together. Yep. And Mars drives a Caddy right now.
Very
and
cool.
Lenrod, yeah, that luggage fits so perfectly. It's beautiful. Yeah, just amazing. Yeah, everything was done beautifully. Yep, yeah. I came across an old Cadillac Eldorado parked next to a Japanese K car. The size difference is hilarious. I can imagine. Yep. And Good Humor was there. I'm like, is that part of the Good Humor part of the show? No, but they were selling ice cream there. So took a picture of the Good Humor truck. Yep. Mercedes, I think that's the G-Wagon. These are all custom cars. They're like not always resto mods. It's just something modified cars. Yep. So a lot of work and it goes into these vehicles. It's amazing. Really cool. Yeah.
The colors are just.
It's a
I love the old colors.
Nice color, isn't it? That blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that car was very cool. Yeah. Not sure what that is. Something that's very fast, Jim. I like the emblem on that car. It's cool. Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, it's a custom car. Yep. That car is pooping a bike. Yes, it is, Lenrod. Yep. Custom Porsche there. Yep. So if you couldn't go to the car show today, I think you're seeing almost every car that was there, and maybe not every car, but pretty close to it. Yep. Oh, there's an airplane there that I forgot to get a picture of the airplane. I think. Yep.
Oh, planes are cool.
There's the Airstream. Yep. But just the work that they all did to finish these cars. Just amazing. Yep. Yep.
Well, it's like if you have a classic car and stuff like that, don't you also like need to know how to work on it? Isn't it similar to like having like
Yes.
an old bike
Yes
or
and no. It
something?
depends on how much money you have.
Oh well, yeah.
Right.
I just remember the joke about owning an old
Yeah.
British
No.
bike was like you have to know how to work on it because it's going to break down all
Yeah,
the
you
time.
did. It's gonna break down all the time. Yeah. No, that's definitely true. But just yeah, depend. You know how depending on wealth. Like some of the people that I talk to there, they're like, "Oh, this is my boss's car." Like they're huge car collectors, so they've got people that just run their collection for them, and they have hired people to maintain their cars and things like that. So take them to car shows and show them, and they're there too. I'm sure the owner, walking around having fun, but they're in the tent, having drinking champagne or whatever, drinking wine or having fun, and part of it is a social experience too. Like they have a drive and they have a dinner. If you enter a car in the show or a motorcycle, they have social aspects to it too. So there's some really beautiful Jaguars. Very cool stuff. Yeah. I'm not sure which car you're referencing, Mars, but if you go back in the chat, you'll see the download link for the program book, and they'll actually list all the cars that are in the show. So that's my fail-safe too, so I can go back. The only cars that might not be showing up are like some of the dealers' booths. They'll bring cars that are there just to show off that they have for sale. Yep. And Mars is saying, I thought it was an old F1 at first, but it does look like an old Diablo. Oh, picture didn't come out. I wanted to get a picture of all the Jag Nabbits. I wanted to get a picture of all the text there. I hate it when pictures out of focus. Yep. I wanted to see what that was. Yep. Trap. Oh, well.
I'm just bringing laundry to the car, so I'm here, but I'm going to be muted for like 2 minutes.
And Captain Finney says a Jaguar is nice, but they are very thirsty. Yep. Gorgeous cars. Yep. Those V12s were nice. Yeah. Works of art. Great stuff. Yep. Yeah, there's the V12. Yep. I don't know if I'd fit into that car, but yep. And the Morgans. Yep. Classic British Morgans. Yep. Who made a 3-wheel car. Yep. Rob says, yep. Jaguar XKs. Yep. And TZ says, yeah, we had a car show out here in Seattle a couple years ago. Some really tricked out cars and motorcycles. Yeah, it's amazing what people have. Yep. Oh, I've got. Looks like he's got goggles there. The goggles. Yep. When you're driving that car, you need goggles. Yep. Oh, Connecticut Morgan. Oh, that's a cool license plate to have. Yep. Classic MG. Gotta love that red. And Sasha's, I like old Jags. How I would cry every time I went to refuel if I had one. There's Austin Martin DB. Was this a DB4? Yeah, DB4. Yep. So not the DB5.
I knew someone that drove an Aston Martin. That was a fancy car.
Oh yeah, it's an expensive car. Yeah, yeah. Never a cheap car. Yep, yep. Very expensive. Yep. That's the Mercedes 190 SL. I wonder why that picture came out so. That picture came out blurry in the front. I'll have to fix that. I talked to that one of the. Was this the 190? I talked to the owner quite a bit. Oh no, it was this one. The 190 and also this 560 SL. Yep. Yeah, last year production, low mileage roadster. Yeah. 1989 got an end of an era. Like if you went to high school in the 80s, or yeah, that was a classic rich older dude's car back then. Usually that, or like Chevy Chase and Caddyshack would have driven that car. So here's there's the 190. Guy was super nice. He just finished restoring this car 2.5 years. Yep. So nice beautiful restoration job. Yep. So these are grand touring cars, a lot of horsepower, but great in luxury. Yep. Great stuff. Yep. Yep. A lot of people have MGs for sale in this area. Here in Burbank, they have a car show every Friday at Bob's Big Boy. Yeah, a lot of the Art
Bob's Big
Deco look
Boy.
is great. Yeah, the 560 SL. Yeah, yeah. Always wanted a red one like the beginning of Heart to Heart. Yep. The 280 SL. Yep. So the higher the number, that's the engine displacement. So that's a 2.8 liter engine. So yeah, none of these stupid American names of it's just it's the 560 SL, right? Yep. There's the 190. That's the guy that fixed this, did a total restoration on this car. Yeah, yeah. Beautiful car. Yeah. And actually, that was a cheap Mercedes back in the day, but I think that car goes for like $300,000 now or more. But it was inline 4-cylinder engine. It wasn't a very fancy car, but it's got the looks. It kind of looks like that the 300 SL that you have your dad had. Yep. And Ralph Macchio says a 1947 Ford Super Deluxe in which the film's given to him by Mr. Karate Kid, given to him by Mr. Miyagi. Yep. It's pretty seeing the car again in Cobra Kai. Yeah, no, that was a great touch there. I love the way they bridge those two together. Yep. It's actually the Mercedes soft top is a nightmare over here. Not ideal whether to keep it. And I knew a guy who specialized in repairing the soft top. And the other thing you could do too, my dad's friend had one, and they had a hard top you could put on there in the winter and take it off, take the soft top off. Yep. Well, 5.6 is literally
Yeah, my dad had a
351
car like
cubic
that
inch.
with the soft and the hard top. I remember that.
Yeah. Friend had a beautiful MG, spent a fortune on it, just broke down too much. Yeah, that's what stinks. Yeah. So now we're getting to the Porsches here.
That's pretty.
Yep. So I think that's a 901 Porsche. Yep. So this was a prototype Porsche. So very unique dashboard, refers to the Gertz dash. I can't say it. Probably from a BMW 507, which is a gorgeous car. The BMW 507 features it. Rennsport Reunion in the tag Heuer display last year. So this car is priceless. It's just like a 1963 Porsche 901. I don't even know what you could put a price on it. Just ridiculous. There's a Tucker, the rear engine car, the famous movie on from Tucker, the Man in His Dream. Watch that movie, your car nerd. Yep. And hail to Summer Swan, Winter Raven. How's it
Hey,
going?
Summer Swan, how are you? Welcome.
So here's a Tucker. Very amazing car. Yep. Back when you tried to start your own car company, right? Yep. And teases, just don't go Glenn Greenwald Commando. Ooh, too soon. Ouch, yeah, that was Glenn. If you're following that news, yep. He got some private videotapes that should never have been released. So yes, your private stuff should stay private, but and this is a very cool Jaguar the Batman drove. Like, everyone get out of the picture. I want to take a picture of this car. Why? Get out of the way. Have to try to remove some of those people. Yep. And then this is another old Porsche. Yeah. 356. Yep. Oh, what TV show was that on? Let's see here. Appeared on TV show Limitless. Raced at hill climb, ice, mud, rag, and drag race. It's also a daily driver. Yep. Beautiful car. Yep. Yep. That's a good picture. That one came. You have to go through and delete some of the bad pictures. Yep. This car was great at mowing the lawn. Look how low it is. Yep. I'm assuming there's hydraulics in there, so they kind of lower it down into the ground, but that's just wild. Yeah. Willie's Razorback. Willie's Jeep. Yep. Yep. Love the belt straps holding the hood on. Yeah, I love that. Yep. Here's some old motorcycles. Old Harley. Well, I don't think I got a picture of that one. Oh, I did. Okay, yeah, 1938. Oh, yep. Royal Enfield, British. Yep.
Well, give me a second, guys.
Oh. Features 3 sets of mowing blades. Yep. So more cool motorcycles. MV Augusta. I have a video of starting that. Yeah, it was nice and loud. Yeah. The classic Ducati 916 motorcycle. Yep. Captain says, that woke me up. Yeah. That's a famous Paris to Dakar motorcycle. Of course, my friend owns one, and he said that's not an original. That's like a fake one, a mod one. Unfortunately, you wouldn't know it unless you were Benelli, the guy, 6-cylinder Italian motorcycle guy. They started that up too. That sounded great. Yeah. So that's a famous bike, and then this is considered the world's very first supercar, the Lamborghini Miura, the Bull. Yep. So I watched the Jay Leno show on this car. So yep, the world's first supercar. I think it's 68, 69, or 67. I'm trying to remember. Yep, yep. We're getting to some of the older cars here. Yep. The Mitsubishi Sapporo was popular here too. It was sold as a 78 Dodge Challenger. Okay, look at that Mercedes. MG. Love the old Looney Tunes cars of the future. Yeah,
Yeah, that's funny. I'm outside and you can still hear that. Oh, geez. That was.
Yeah, it's loud. Yeah.
Really loud.
Headlights point up. I'm not sure which car you're. Oh, Leonard, that's the Lamborghini. They pop down. You know, they're pointing up, and then when you need them, they pop down. Yep. I'm assuming that's what you meant on that Lamborghini. Yep. I think was this a Mercedes? It's a Mercedes. Yep. Beautiful car. Yep. Now we're getting into some of the old cars. Yep. Pierce Arrow. Yep. Just amazing. These cars, and they still run. Yep. Yep. $1905. Yep. Different world back then. Yep. So the automobile was invented in around, was it 1883, 1885? Mercedes Benz or Daimler Benz is considered the first car. They didn't have any steam cars there this time. Last time there were a couple of steam cars. Yep. This Maxwell, yeah, unrestored. Yep, still running. Yep. And the upholstery is not bad for 120 years old, right? Wait till you get to 120, and we shall see how you look. But yeah, unrestored. You know, people love that now. The patina and the, you know, maybe they put oil on it, but they don't. You know, don't try to paint it or don't try to fix it. Just leave it as they found it. Yep. Yeah, the carbon headlights here. These are basically, the headlights are lanterns. Yep. Oh, we had lost Courtney. I didn't know. Sorry, Courtney.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just trying to get out of this neighborhood.
Rambler, yeah.
Now let me mute that. Sorry, still hear that thing.
That's beautiful. Yep. And like a piece of wood is holding the spark plug cables. Yep. Yep. And Sasha's, yes, the Miura on the 928 had headlights that pointed up and the lights were off. Yep. That's a beautiful car or carriage or whatever you want to call it. Yep. 1910. Yep. It's tough to get pictures too sometimes, but like, please leave the picture. Look at that Cadillac. God, it's amazing. Yep. Great stuff. Yeah. And these cars were just so heavy and big. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Thanks.
Yeah. What's that outside? The car alarm still going?
No, it's not. That was the alarm for the laundromat. So there's 3 of us that were still in there, and we were allowed to be because we're paying customers.
Yeah.
But there were a couple of, I don't know, what do you call them? Vagrants, or I don't know what they're called these days.
Okay.
The proper term, But
Okay.
kind of harassing us, and they set off the alarm and the whole thing.
Oh God.
I was like trying to get out even faster because they're so loud. Look at
Very
that
loud.
car.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some
That's
classes
color.
old Alpha. Yep. Yep. 1949. Yeah. Good stuff. Yep. Beautiful Ferrari. Love that green. Yep.
Yeah, the green, that always gets me.
Green's nice.
That
Yeah.
green is really cool.
Green's beautiful. Yep. Yep. And I don't know what the hell that car is, but that last car, gotta Google it. Yep. Lancia.
Lancia? I was going to say Lancia.
Yeah. I always said Lancia.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of it.
Italian car. Yeah. Yeah.
God, I can still hear that.
Some cool cars. Yep. No, Sheila. Yep. So what happens too during the day? They're pulling cars to the front, so sometimes you miss some cars. Yep, as they're talking about them. But yeah, Ferrari, just so nice. Yeah, 1961. Yep.
Look at the shape. It looks like that car reminds me of Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Don't say that to the owner.
Like
Yeah.
it could talk, like it had a beak.
Yeah. Right. There's a Fiat with a Ferrari emblem on front as a joke, I guess. Yeah. That's the California special. The Daytona. That was in Miami Vice had that car. Crockett and Tubbs drove it white, but it was actually a reproduction car. It wasn't an actual Ferrari on the show. So boxy Alfa Romeo there. Yeah. I took another picture of that Alfa because I love that car. Yeah. Yeah. Cute little car there. Auto Bianchi. 70 horsepower. And we're going back in time, Captain Finity. We're out of time. The DeLorean. Yep. DMC 12. Yep. Third from last. Oh, that was the third from last DeLorean ever built. Let's see. I didn't even read it when I took the picture. We found last fascia to be fitted in the final build date 12/21/18 handwritten on the composite body. Yep. Car 20102. Wow. So very at the end of the run there. Out of time. Yep. And of course, DeLorean, the Tucker. Who would have thought, but Elon Musk was able to successfully build Tesla. And there's a kind of a sleeper sports car there, the Honda CRX. So it had inline 4, 108 horsepower, which is pretty good for a small car back then. 100 foot-pound of torque. One of my friends, their dad had that car. I remember in Popular Mechanics what they did. They took a CRX and they put 2 engines in the back. They put an engine in the back, so it was front and back. So they had 2 engines in it. Yep, yep. Hey, small time. Howdy, a guy 1 street over from us has an old Chevy Bel Air in good condition.
Hi, small
Nice.
town
I was
public.
just I'll show it. Let's see. Do I have that picture of my my dad with the 55 Chevy? I was just showing that car a few minutes ago. Let me see if I can find that. See if I can find that. Oh, slideshow stop playing. Let's see if I can. Slideshow play. Go forward. Was the end of the show. Anywho, but oh yeah, here's my dad with that. I was trying to get a picture of the whole scene there, but it was tough to do. Yep. And there's a nice BMW, the 503, I think. Yep.
That's very interesting. That.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Very rare BMW. Yep.
I love that white steering wheel.
Yep.
The things I notice, I don't know,
Yeah.
that are cool to me.
Yeah. Yeah, the BMW 507. That's probably my favorite. Yeah, that car was there earlier. Yep. Nice picture of the Packard there. Oh, this must be. I think these are the pictures I took on my cell phone. That's probably why they're. Sometimes you're too close to the car, so you had to pull the cell phone out. Yeah. We can see the HDR on that. Leno says all those colors are so perfect. Yep. I remember seeing a Ford Fiesta with a mid-engine 5.0 Mustang V8 behind the seats. A beast. Oh, it's probably got to the slideshow. Probably got to this show. It doesn't show. It chews on the videos. It messes up. Yeah. That was Greenwich Avenue. That's the Ferrari place, and they had some gorgeous. They had all their cool cars out. Yep, that's the Ford GT40, of course. Yep. Yeah, so these are out of order because it was just I would grab my cell phone sometimes to take a cool picture or get the interior. Yep. Wide angle lens. Yep. And watching History Channel's miniseries, The Cars That Made America and the Cars That Built the World, makes me appreciate mankind's potential in creating the four-wheel vehicle that changed the world. Yeah, there's some great innovation here. Yeah, it's amazing craftsmanship. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not playing the videos, but it's all right. Yeah, like the wheels are made of wood. Yeah, it's just look at that chrome shining. Yep. Well, that's a wild picture of the Zephyr. Yeah, that came out pretty good actually. The wide angle lens. Yeah, it's pooping a motorcycle. AJS. Did I get? I guess I got pictures of the AJS too. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm having a heck of a time right here. I'm trying to pump gas, and I do it from my app,
Yeah.
Speaking of cars, and the whole screen, like the computer system just reset. So I have to go and talk to them.
Oh, no.
Or go to another pump, but they already have my info. So anyway, I'm still here. That's
You're
why I'm
still
so
here,
quiet.
yeah. Oh, that was on the wrong. Oh, focused on the wrong point there. Oh well. Yes, engine compartments. You could eat off the engine compartments. And Sashi's a Group B rally cars at the start of the mid-engine hatchbacks, I think. Yeah, I love looking at these interiors of this car and just looking at the gadgets and gizmos. Yeah. So go back slideshow. It's that 914 resto mod. Yeah. That's that logo on that 914. Yep. Well, that came out good. Pierce Arrow. And that's me with the Michelin Man. Is that it? We got a few more pictures here. Yeah. I think this was Ceausescu's. That was Ceausescu's limo. Him. Let's see, is that? That's that Mercury Zephyr, yeah, that crazy car, yeah, with the motorcycle in the back, yeah. Yes, it's a fun day. So if you're in the New York area, you can take the train, Metro North, exits right here, basically, to come see the car show. Yeah, the speedometer and that thing is wild. Yeah, that see-through speedometer is crazy. That's in that crazy Zephyr, Zephyrmobile. That didn't come out. Damn, didn't focus. It showed you where it was built in Paris. So you can see Paris at the very end there. I guess my focal point was off there. Especially in if you're in portrait mode by accident, you got to watch out how it focuses. Yep. That was that fancy luggage again. Yep, yep. It's built like a tank. Those cars, yeah. Not much in the interior there either, right? Yep. That's a Porsche. Yes, these ended up kind of out of order because of the cell phone pictures, yeah. In terms of numbering, yeah. So a lot of the fun thing too is talking to the owners. These cars really want to talk to, I should say want to, but like to talk to people and tell them about the cars and the histories and how things work, and that's really nice. Yeah. The Michelin Man. Yeah. How would you like to ride in the back of there? That'd be cool. Yep.
So I'm not getting gas here.
No.
Yeah, and the same couple people that were over at the laundromat, they're here and they just robbed. So it's craziness.
They
It's
robbed the gas
craziness on a
station?
Sunday night.
They robbed the gas
It's
station?
weird here. Like on the East Coast,
I mean,
I never saw
they
stuff
just-
like this.
They
They're not
robbed the
allowed to
gas
stop
station?
people. Yeah, they're not allowed to stop people from taking things. So like I've been in like
Oh, you mean they just
Nordstrom
went
Rack,
in
and people
and
will
they
come
just
out with
walk
like
out with the
loads.
stuff?
Yeah, like loads of clothes just piled up, and they have to just let them go. It's like the weirdest thing.
Well, liberalism is a mental disorder.
I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean that's like, and I couldn't believe it. I remember the first time I saw it happen in Ross, and I was like, I'm from Philly, which I thought was pretty bad. And I've never seen something like this, where people just walk out with whatever they want.
So they didn't rob it at gunpoint. They just
No,
stole
they
all the
just,
stuff.
yeah.
They just went in some. And hail to Maddie's daddy is here. Hey, Maddie's daddy,
Hey,
dropping a
it's
like.
my Thor.
Thor,
My favorite
Here we
Thor.
go.
Even more favorite than my
Hail to Steve. Yep. Maddie's daddy. Great to see you. Yep. So we got a lot of cool cars that we're showing showing right now. Yep. There's your 300 SL. Yep. Works of art here. Yep. I love the side seats in the Kessel Speeder. They call them the mother-in-law seats. Yep. Yeah, same Robinson. Yeah, same thing in California. Yep. Criminals have more rights. Yep.
Does that happen there too? I mean,
California.
Really...
Yeah, well, they're changing some things up now about it, but slowly. But yeah, basically, you're they change it. I think they changed the law finally, but you're able to steal up to $900 worth of stuff and not have to worry about it. So
Well, it's really funny because they have security guards at these stores that just stand there. They do
just stand
nothing.
there, yeah.
It's like, why
Yeah.
are you even there? I just have never. I don't get it at all.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do anything. Yeah. So the people just walked in, grabbed like
They had
candy
they
bars,
walked
whatever.
out with like a ton of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops. That car stopped really quick in front of me. I'm safe. Don't worry. What kind of is that? The engine in the back of that car?
Yep, that's a
That's
Porsche.
how. That's how I think the Bug was VW Bug, right? The Beetle.
The Beetle was rear engine car. Yep.
Yeah, my
Okay, now we're
brother
back
had
to
a
the
couple
beginning
of
of
those.
the
Yeah, that
beginning of
crazy
the
thing.
slideshow. Yep. There's Courtney's favorite car. Yep.
Yay! It looks like the love bug or something, like the eyes, like a
little
little
jobless.
smile.
Yeah.
Oh, I love all of them. The little golf cart cars.
Yeah. Those are cute. Yep.
They're
So let me
cute.
see. I've got the videos didn't play on here. So let me see where I've got. Let me turn this off. Oh, play a couple of the videos that I had. Yep. Let me grab that. Because that program unfortunately doesn't play videos. Let's see if I go by type here. Let's go down. I took a bunch of videos. Unfortunately, they're vertical. I can't believe I'm taking vertical videos. But I'm doing that.
You have to do it for YouTube, right? If you do shorts.
The shorts. Yeah, you can take them horizontal and convert them, but they don't look as good. It's like I'm cringing as I do it, but.
I actually just read a bunch about that because I'm trying to learn more about that
Yeah.
YouTube for my big comeback. Right.
Yeah. So let's pause this. Let me stop screen, present, share screen, because this one has audio. Share audio, boom. All right. So this is guys starting the engine. I think I caught it. Let's see. Let me put the volume on. Go back here.
Yeah.
I didn't get the beginning. I was trying to see how if he cranked this or I don't know if it's electric start. I gotta look that car up. Sounds like a lawnmower starting up. And it's just slow idle. Dun 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 dun. Just like a thunk thunk thunk. Pretty cool though, yeah. Just there, it's such a slow idle.
A little two-cylinder, nothing special.
That's that 120-year-old car. Yeah.
It's almost like an old motorcycle.
Yeah. So here's that. Well, I'll mute that because that's got nothing. Just walking around the motorcycle trying to get a cool view of it. I'll make these into shorts, I guess. Yeah. I was trying to get it. The guy started the engine, and by the time I walked over there, he turned the engine off. I'm like, no. Yeah, Brian says, I think I can. Yeah. And Rob says, I don't like vertical vid. Yeah, I hate them too, but it's just to do the shorts, they come out. I could have taken them horizontal and converted them to vertical. Yes, that's kind of cute. But I have so many pictures, so. But when you do, I've noticed when I've tried to do the, I should do them both, but when I do the horizontal, trying to make it in a vertical, it never comes out as good because you always miss the focal point or what, that where that cutoff is. It's
Does it stretch it out?
No, it's just you miss it sometimes. Like you miss it, like when you're trying to do when you're trying to do something vertical and you take it horizontal, you've got to only show that middle part. And it's just amazing. Yeah. I'm like the biggest enemy of vertical video too, and I'm doing vertical video. Oh, Leonard, echo. Sorry, because I was sharing the screen. Yep. Yeah, the Isle of Man sidecar bike. Yeah, it was what that car bike did go race on the Isle of Man. Yep. So this is the limo. Yep. Super duper Mercedes 600 limo with champagne bottles that'll pop out, and it looks like a Bond villain car. That was a limo. Yep. I think Ceausescu's limo. Yep. And they redid the whole car. Yep. And upgraded it. Huge car. Plenty of room. Yeah, these bikes weren't I do have one where the bikes are running, which is good. So
what kind of bike is that? Sorry, I'm trying not to talk
Harley Davidson. Yep. Harley Davidson. Yep. Yep. And Leonard said, not sure I feel about those passenger seats. They look oddly small. So here's, I got volume on this one, I think. Let's hear the engine. Yep. I hear the engine a little bit. Yeah. I think I don't think the engine's running there. No. Love that yellow bike. Yep. Very cool color. Yellow motorcycle. Out of time. That's for Captain Finity.
This is such an elegant design from that Art Deco period. The color really shows off well with the striping on this particular model. And you can see the way, rather than having the exposed cables, they're routed through the handlebars on this model.
A little bit of pressure for her to start the bike.
So yeah, during the show, they're talking and highlighting cars. I think they used to have a TV screen, so you can kind of see what they're talking about. Yep. And Jack Stafford, hey Jack says, I considered buying a 90s town car limo as a party car, but common sense kicked in. LOL. Of course, I had a DeLorean poster. Yep. Yeah, it's a beautiful car.
Hi, Jack. Oh my God. Whoa. Sorry about that. So loud. Hi, Jack.
Yeah, see, you go to the Vintage Racing Festival, you see that going around the track.
Sounded good, yeah. Now here's the Finale, yep. 6-cylinder.
That was really good.
That's an amazing motorcycle. Yeah. Leonard said that's the way a car should sound. Yep. Nice and loud. And give it some gas. Yeah. This Jaguar is amazing. Look at it. Sitting in there. Imagine sitting in there. The bubble windshield there on one side.
It's like the Jetsons car.
Right? It's so damn claustrophobic in there, probably. Does that whole thing lift? I wonder what section lifts up, too. It's more like a fighter. Like a fighter jet, yeah. Crazy, yeah. Cool looking car, though, yeah. All right, we got a couple more videos here. There's the Tucker. And damn it, Mark, says Brian, stop making me miss my Torino. Sorry, yep. And Rob said, my 86 Mustang GT would set off car alarms at the school parking garage. Yeah, it's so loud, right? Yep. Yeah, that Leonard, yeah, the Bumble is full on fighter jet looking, yeah. So if you haven't seen the movie on Tucker, like I said, yeah, go check that out. Yeah, it's a classic. Yeah. Man in his dreams. Yep. It was ahead of his time for a lot of the features on the car. Is this another Tucker? Yeah, this is that Mercedes limo again. Yep. Now this would be cool. Yep. Right. Oh, and Jack says, I'm not allowed to ride a motorbike. Promise me, Mom, I wouldn't when I was 5 because my brother wrecked and broke 200 bones. Oh, God. He broke a stop sign with his body. Ouch. Oof. Yeah, motorcycles can be dangerous. Yep. A lot of times it's the other driver you got to watch out for on the road. Yep. And Jack says, that movie is Choice. Yep. Dodge tried to bring back that third Superlight in the 60s. Yeah, one of the features of the DeLorean was supposed to have was the steering. When you turn the wheel, the lights are supposed to turn. Was one of the safety features was going to implement so that you could see better. But yeah, it wasn't able to. They had to cut that out of the final design. It was too expensive. But cool idea, yep. And the car had seatbelts too. Here's that 190. The owner was really nice and talked to him quite at length. Yep. Yeah, it's always fun to strike up conversation. Oh, this is a 300 SL. Yep. Here's your car, Courtney. I never promised not to ride a flying motorcycle. LOL, says Jack. Yep.
Did I miss my car? Probably.
Well, that's the 300 SL. Yep. All right, that was the last video that we had. Yep. Oh, and I was going to show. Here's my dad who had mentioned the 55 Bel Air. There's my dad with his 55 Bel Air. Yep. I'm trying to remember who mentioned that. Yep. That was a long time ago. I can't remember.
I love your red jacket.
Yeah, it looked good there. Yeah. Oh, wow. We got a feedback there. Yep.
Is that from me?
Well, if you don't have headphones on, it could happen. Yep.
No, I have headphones. I haven't changed anything. All of a sudden, I'm like loud and angry.
This is one of the coolest BMWs of all time, the 507, and gorgeous car. And the first time I saw it, I fell in love with it. I'm like, wow. And then I found out that the car sold for $16 million. So that put it out of reach. Yep. I was like, yeah. So yeah, this is one of those unobtainium. Well, it's an investment, right? Why would you buy stock or something? Yep. And you get to hold it, and yeah, I think this was this. This one only sold for $2 million, but one of them sold for $16 million. Yep. Yeah, one of 253 built. Just all-time classic Classic car, yeah. And you could be yours for $2,122,500. Yep.
I wonder where that is. The view's pretty.
What is
Yeah. California.
Amelia Island? Yeah, I think that's that auction. Yep, I believe that is in. I think that's California. Yep.
It's a cool looking trunk. Does that pull up? Let's see. It does.
Let's see where
The inside of it.
Let's see. Oh, the way these scrolls, it's kind of weird here.
I'm gonna find the picture of my dad's car. I think I'm wrong.
Where's the engine? Oh, it's probably the spare tire is probably under that trunk there. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, just one of the all-time. My opinion. Everyone else is wrong. Yeah. One of the all-time great cars. Yep.
I know I have echo. I'm gonna sign out and sign right back in.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
That BMW 507 just and yeah, only like 250 built, so you're not going to see one of these on the road. But just a great look. I wish they continued this look too. They did make one years later that was kind of like a retro mod version of this car. I heard the car was horrible, but I think it's pretty valuable because of the looks. Yep. Oh, Courtney has echo. Sorry. Yep. Actually, let me stop sharing too, because I think I was sharing the audio too, so that could have messed things up too. Let's see. Let me check my settings here. Sometimes, yeah, whenever you share audio with StreamYard, you can really muck around with things. Yep. Let's see. Was that settings? Let me just layouts here. Yep. There we go. All right. Well, Courtney's coming back, but it's I think we covered everything. I was going to talk about Lilo and Stitch. Well, let's just check the box office. Box office mojo. Let's see what the box office was for this weekend. I know we people have been posting in the chat, but and Jack says the BMW 635 Coupe is more my style. Yep. Beautiful car too. Yep. I'm a Nash Metropolitan kind of style. Yeah. So let's see here. Let's just check the box office. Yeah. So Lilo and Stitch. I think it was Donnie that put it in. I'm trying to remember. But let's check. Yeah. So Lilo and Stitch. Let's see the recent. Let's see worldwide. We can get just the weekend. How do we do that? Calendar. Let's see weekend. Yep. May 30th to June 1st. Okay, so Lilo and Stitch 63 million. Total gross 280. Wow. Mission Impossible 27 million. Not great, but it's up to 122. Karate Kid Legends 21 million. Final Destination 111. So okay, so Sinners is still another 5 million for Sinners. So that's done pretty well. And Thunderdolts 4 million. Last Rodeo, that's a movie with oh god, what's the actor's name? That's oh, I want to say Neil. Let's see, The Last Rodeo. Yeah, Neil McDonough. Yep. Dum Dum Dugan. Yep. I think that's I don't want to say a religious movie, but a feel good movie. Yep. So not bad for a small movie like that. Yep. Making $10 million. Yep. And a Minecraft movie still on the list there. Yep. Or $2 million. Yep. 10 million total. And accounted to 64 million. All right. So yeah, but Lilo and Stitch is just killing it, right? Yeah. So worldwide 610 million already. So that's going to be a massive, massive hit. Yeah. Yep. And Sashi said, I used to work for a guy that had a front with a BMW 850 Grand Tour. Wow. Cool stuff. Yep. Courtney's back. All right.
Am I better now? My sound?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm in the StreamYard app now, and I uploaded my dad's car
There
as
you
my
go.
avatar
Okay.
so we can see what it was. I'm still not
Yeah.
even sure. But
Oh, that's a 300 SL. Definitely. Yep. Yep. Very cool. Yeah, because you showed me some other pictures before too. So yeah.
yeah,
Very cool car. Yep. Yep.
I think it was a convertible.
Oh, was a convertible. Okay. Yeah.
I think
Why
it was.
not? Yeah.
He had another car that had those doors though.
Yeah. The gull-wing doors. Yep. 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 Oh, and Sashi said, all right, guys, got to get back to work. See you guys. Yep.
Bye, Sashi.
Don't work too hard. Yep. Yep. So, yeah. So Lilo and Stitch, you're going to go see that, Courtney? Everyone's seen it, looks like. Yep.
No, I've never even seen is it a show? It's based off of?
The movie. Well, they had they had the original movie, then a TV show, and then
yeah. I've never seen it, so probably not.
Yeah, the original movie is really good. Got a great heart to it. So
I would watch
really,
it with
really
like
great
my
stuff.
nieces and nephew or something like that. That's the only time
Yeah, but really, really great. I just rewatched it, and it's really well done. Yep, yep.
Cool.
It's got a good message to it. Got a good heart. Yeah, it's well written characters. So, I mean, it's an animated movie, but it really hits a lot of the right buttons. I think that's why it's resonating so well, because people love the original, and just keeps everyone. If you grew up with that movie, you want to see it or take your kids to see it. So people
What
are
year
hungry
was
for
that
good
about?
film. It's 2003 or 2 or something like that. Around then, yep. So
yeah, that's probably why, because I was like at that time.
I mean, my kids were about 1 right then, so I kind of actually missed that movie with my kids. Like we didn't grow up watching it because they were too young.
The stuff that I always ended up having to watch with like my youngest siblings, because they're 17, 18 years younger than me. I saw the Lion King probably, I can't even tell you how many times, because my little sister Cody,
Right.
that's all, it was like on repeat all the time. And then I remember when I was like working at home with kids, like on the spectrum and stuff, this one kid was really obsessed with that show Yo Gabba Gabba, and I became obsessed with that show. That is the coolest show ever.
Nice. Yeah.
They had Biz Markie on it doing beatboxing, like the Just a Friend song. Say he's just a friend. He would do it was Biz's beat of the day. And this is like a kid show. It was so neat. They had all these like musicians and stuff on it.
Good stuff. Yep. And Stevie Mac says, never liked Disney. Yep. And Jack says, I can watch some animation, but not my thing. Yep.
Same with me, Jack. It's not
it's a cartoon, but Lenrod, never saw the original's damn good, I gotta say. I mean, it's not geared towards old dudes like me, but it's got a good heart to it. It's a well-written characters. It's a little bit of E.T. in there, a little bit of fish out of the water, and someone trying to find their way. Lilo's parents were killed in a car crash. Her and her brother Nanny, so they're Child Protective Services keeps checking on her, and things are going wrong, and nothing's going right for the family.
Wow, that's a pretty cool storyline.
Yeah, and they don't say it overtly, but they're like, she's like, mom and dad, they're reading a story or showing a picture. It's like, that's my last picture of mom. It doesn't say the last picture, but you just know it is, right? Yeah, she said, oh, they went for a drive. So
Yeah.
but just it's handled very well in the movie, and they're well-rounded characters, which I really appreciated. So it's definitely, might not be your thing, but it's definitely worth watching. So but yeah, it's a kids movie. Yep. Lion King and Beauty and the Beast, I think those made me dislike cartoons.
Me too. I mean, I have a soft spot in my heart for Lion King just because my little sister was so cute back then. Like she was, but and we had a white lab, a yellow lab, but it was like more white colored, and of course she got to name it, and it was Simba. So
Simba, right?
It's like that movie like followed me around for years. I know like all the songs. But Beauty and the Beast, I'm not a fan.
Well, the songs are great. The songs are great, and of course, if you like musicals, I guess so.
I like musicals. I do. So
yeah,
nothing is like as good as like back in the day, like Grease or Sound of Music.
Grease, there you go. Yeah. Grease,
Sound of Music, Annie, like all those are great music.
Yeah.
And yes, Stephen, rest in peace, Bismarcky. He was so cool.
Yeah. So, so fun stuff. And Disney was like, my parents' generation or earlier, that was like their Marvel, I guess, or that was, the cartoons and Disney was just, Mickey Mouse and, if you're old enough, that was what it was. If you grew up in the 50s and 60s, 40s, 50s, 60s, Disney was king,
Didn't they do the Parent Trap too, though?
Yeah, the Parent Trap.
I like that stuff. Like, I love the Parent Trap, the original one. And then Fantasia was just, I can't stand it. I can't stand it though because I had to play it so many times, like in orchestras or like bands growing up. I mean, it just became like, ugh.
Well, yeah, anything that's overdone. Yeah.
And the Nutcracker, I like the Nutcracker music. I know that's not really like the same type of thing we're talking about, but.
Oh, tolerate a good musical. The hills are alive. No, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Sound of Music. Like, how do you solve a problem like Maria? I had the whole piano book to that. I used to play like every song on the piano.
I mean, it's great stuff, but anything overplayed becomes an earworm. Like, I think I've watched High School Musical more than anyone here. I don't know if Donnie's still here, but Donnie had to go, I think. But my kids would play High School Musical every day. Watch it, especially when they're talking. I'm talking like 5, 6, 7, so they don't have any homework to do. They're watching High School Musical and singing all the songs and Breaking Free and
I don't think I could name one. I don't even know like who's on High School Musical. That's so weird to me.
That was Ashley Tisdale and.
What years was that? Like in the 2000s?
High School
like
Musical
10s?
was the 10s maybe or earlier.
I was in the middle of nowhere in Colorado.
If you had kids, right? I mean, if you had young kids, Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale, Zac Efron, Corbin Bleu, were probably the big stars.
Glee was on?
Well, it spawned Glee, I think.
Oh, it was before
2006. I think they started the musical trend. Yep. I'm pretty sure Glee was on after that. So, but my kids would just watch the movie over. It was wholesome.
And you get the song stuck in your head. Probably the whole movie.
God, yeah. So Glee was 2009. Yeah, so Glee was probably an outtake of that. Yeah, of High School Musical. So, and the songs were just earworms. I mean, but it's well done though. I mean, it's good. So the songs were. Yeah, I'm not going to put the soundtrack on, but there were, some musicals are just so bad. So, but they were catchy songs for those, my kids, and they loved it. Yep.
I love how you said I'm not going to put the soundtrack on. You just reminded me. My best friend growing up, she was obsessed with Disney movies, and she would buy the soundtracks. And I remember,
a lot of people
in high school, we'd be driving in her car listening to like The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Turn this off.
Yeah.
Or was like, who does that?
Right. So, Oliver says, yeah, despite earning enormous at the box office, Lilo and Stitch is receiving unpleasant backlash for its unlikely twist in the end. And yet Tom at Midnight's Edge was talking about that, and he thought it was kind of unjustified. Now, I haven't seen the new version, so I can't, comment, but he thought it was getting a little bit of a hatred that it shouldn't be getting, but whatever you think it should be, but I'll have to watch it to see. I think twist involved Nani and going to college and leaving Lilo with a neighbor versus her keeping Nani in the Lilo at the end. So, and Lenrod says the only music I liked was the Blues Brothers. Yeah. And Jack says, oh, my dad was an opera singer, but didn't know which movies they came from. Zippity doo dah. Yeah, well, you couldn't see that after a certain time. Yep. And RobAltis has never seen a complete episode of Glee. Well, you never know, Rob. There's always time to start. You don't want to miss out, right? Yep.
M. Night Shyamalan.
I don't think. Not that kind of twist. Yeah, not that kind of twist. All right. Well, it's.
M. Night Shyamalan is right around the corner from my mom.
Yeah. It's time to thank all our channel members here. So I want to do that, and let me open that list up here. So I want to thank everyone who supports the channel here and helps keep it on the air and helps enable me with purchasing some toys to review and pay for StreamYards and everything else that comes along with doing a channel. So much appreciated. Or as a thank you, yeah, because it is a lot of work to do this. It's all fun. It's like fun work, but and always look forward to it. But there's quite a bit that goes into doing a channel, right, Courtney? So thank you for that thank you there, and it's much appreciated. So let me read my channel members off. No order, just as they're randomly come up on this list here. So thank you to Wes Cagle, Professor R2, Philip Story, Dadman, Mandalorian, Stark of Iron, Nick Weiser, Shooter the Emu, DJ Ronnie G, RobAltis, RRT and Z, Max Redstone, Christian Delorme, 70s Rock Fan, Dave C, Antiderivative Jill, JT Kirk, Eric K, The Great Wrench, and Brian Hepburn. So thank you very much for everyone who helps to support the channel here. I really appreciate it. You could be hanging out watching High School Musical and going to see watching Doctor Who, but you're here. So thank you, everyone. Yep. So really appreciate it. Yep. So Oliver's saying good night here. Yep. Thank you, Oliver. Yep. Good night. JT, I'm back. I'm sorry. Damn it.
He's just dang nabbit.
You can
rewind.
Yeah, you can rewind. Yep.
Hi, JT.
Yeah, the problem is always try to inject some political stance. So now they're not, even if they're subtle about it, people don't want to see it. Yeah, it's just people are just so fed up with all the garbaggio and Lilo and Stitch. From Tom saying, yeah, there's really not much of that in this movie, which is good. So yeah. So minute behind. So glad to be here. Oh, thank you, Jack. Yep, glad you were here tonight. Yep, much appreciated.
Jack, I'm so glad you came. Jack's good people.
Thank you, Jack. Yep. Had to work. Would much rather be at the Geeker. I know that. Yep. Good night, and thanks for dropping in. Yep. So thank you, of course, to Dadman and Mrs. Dadman, especially Mrs. Dadman. Just kidding, Dadman. So thank you for hanging out tonight on the channel. Of course, thank you, Courtney. Yep. Thank you, Courtney.
I'm glad I'm back. Joining a couple of streams and stuff again. So I plan on being here more often.
Thank you, Courtney. Yeah, it's always awesome to have you here when you can. I know your schedule doesn't always work out, but whenever you can make it, it's awesome. Yeah.
Everything's been crazy lately, but it's getting a little more evened out. So
glad you're here. Yep. And of course, thank you to my good buddy Brian, that 70s Rock Fan.
I was just going to say, I only put my picture up because they cut all my hair off. I got my first professional haircut since 2019, and they cut my hair to like my shoulders.
Oh wow. Well, I'm not going to argue with the hairdresser, so I think it looks good. Yep.
I know. I mean, it's not terrible, but my hair was long.
Yeah.
But I figured I'd put it up because that's what I look like.
Well, I
now.
don't have much hair anyway, so.
It must be so much easier, though. I remember I shaved my
Yeah,
head
it's a
in
very
high
quick
school,
shower. Yeah, yeah.
and it was
yeah.
just like it was so easy. It was like guys have it so easy with everybody.
Yep, we're wrapping up here, Summer Swan. Yep, I got to go to work in the morning.
Thanks for
damn
coming,
it.
Summer Swan.
Yeah, but thank you for stopping by. Yep, yep. Lefty bleep fatigue. Yep. Ledrod says good night. Yep, yep. Oh, and thank you to that 70s rock fan, my good buddy. Yep. So catch out his show on
Tomorrow.
Monday.
Yep.
Tomorrow. Yep. Which is today, where I am. Yep. So that's over the top. Over the top. Cheers, mateys.
I know a couple arm wrestling people actually like in real life, so I'm gonna tell them about it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Summer Swan.
And Stephen Max, at least it'll grow back. Yeah, mine's not growing back yet. It's just falling out. Yep, yep. And Low Spec, good night, Low Spec. Yep. And Mars Monkey Max. Yep, good night. And let's see if I'm missing anyone else in the chat. I think I mentioned Donnie and
Katie
Oliver.
was here before.
Katie was here. Low Spec, Glenrod, JT, Jack, the Stream Element Spot. Yep. And who else am I missing? Sashi, I think I said Sashi. Sander. Sander's here. Oh, hey, Sander. Yep. Good morning. Yep, yep. Great to see you, Sander.
Hi, Sander.
Did I miss Sander before? I was kind of doing two things at once. I hope I mentioned Sander was here. Yep.
Donnie.
I hate missing anyone in the chat, so hopefully I didn't miss Sander. Yep.
I'm trying to help. We'll see. I don't think I can help.
Yeah.
Very well.
That's tough.
But I'm at the longest red light
yep.
possible.
Mars, yep. The whole crew was here. Tom stopped by. We had Midnight's Ed Rage, RobAltis, and Penny was here much earlier. Yep. So if I'm missing you, that's because I'm an idiot. Oh, Gap After Dark was here. Tim was here, of course, to start the show. He's always here early.
Oh, and Maddie's daddy.
Captain Finney. Steve was here. Maddie's daddy. Yep. Claude Saline. Mark's 47. Brian Hepburn, I hope I said. And Lenrod. Yep. If I miss anyone, just because it's nothing personal, just because I'm an idiot. It's tough to follow everyone. Yep. Yep. Yeah. And Sander, good man. Yes. Did I miss? I hope I mentioned Sander. Yep. Yep.
Mark's 47.
All right, everyone. Yep. Mark's 47. Yep.
I'm just trying to stall you.
No, all right. Now I'm going. All right.
Bye,
Catch you on the next Sunday Night Geekery. Catch you on Toxic Tuesday and during the week. So have a good one, everyone. Take care. Thanks, Courtney.
Thanks.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.